Lights, we come in week out to prophesy the downfall of America. First and foremost, as always, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son.
Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Rakakadash.
Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And peace, love, and salutation to all you sincere Akim that's pushing the truth and true sincerity. We're live and direct. Another week in Atlanta, Georgia. All right, once again, prophesying the downfall of America. But what I want to get into through the Spirit is just breaking down some of these strongholds that was taught to us, in the Christian church or Jehovah's Witnesses or the Pentecostal church, whatever you grew up in. Either Jake was into Christianity or Islam coming up. So we're just going to break down some of these strongholds. There's a lot of stuff going on prophecy-wise, of course. Maybe another brother, get into that. You had this hurricane that hit. You got this Iranian, I guess it's a general that got put to death in Beirut by Israel. It's wars and rumors of wars. Hezbollah leader. There's a lot of stuff going on, but our people still in this catatonic state of sleep.
The strike at the docks.
Oh yeah, there's a strike at the docks. That's going to cause, famine, all right, financial collapse, so on and so forth. All right, so it's a high time for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, and yes, Israelite foreigners to wake your ass up and get this word, man. All right, because you're under. Hey, get that. We're gonna start with 2 Corinthians 10:4. The weapons of our warfare are not carnal, because a lot of our people, they're older, so to speak. They're so-called adults, but in their mind, spiritually, they're little boys and girls, man.
Children. And
we're out here to feed you. The scripture say your eyes to see your teachers. We the only ones that's out here giving you the word. So you start off with that one, Papa Shaw.
This is 2 Corinthians 10:3. For though we walk in the flesh, we do not walk after the flesh. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, to the pulling down of strongholds.
Yeah, we're pulling down the strongholds of Christianity, Catholicism, Islam, whatever, religion that our people are into, right? Because this is a religion, according to Apostle Gabar, but you got a lot of false religions that's out here, and we're out here to just point at them and tell you to stay away from it, man. All right, because that's going to lead to you being in a lake of fire.
Like I say, I got that word mighty in that script, that precept you just read. I don't know how to fucking say this shit. Esau's words.
Dynamis,
or something like that. But you think about it goes into like dynamite.
G 1415. Do not toss. Do not toss.
Do not toss, right? It says mighty in wealth and influence. Like you're saying, because the scriptures say, this is not a carnal battle, but the Spirit of the Lord is with these words. So these words, they carry. It's just like the prayers of the saints when they pierce the clouds. That's the word of the Lord, like you're saying, man. You know what I'm saying? So we don't need like the elder said, we don't need the CO, the COD weapons and shit to push the word. We just need the book,
right,
and the camera and the speaker.
Yeah, matter of fact, because you did Hebrews 4:12, just to land back at what the captain was saying. Because all we got to do is come out here and bring these scriptures, man, and it'll pierce people, all right, to their soul. And we've seen it before. We've seen people come up when we was at CNN Center, getting sliced up like some roast beef meat, all right? And then, guy, I remember one time a guy was on a date, and he came up to the camp. He got sliced up so bad. Bro, he got so mad that the girl that he was with left him, and she was with a nigga hours later, man.
Oh yeah, he walked past. Yeah, they walked by again. I remember that shit.
He saw was mad as hell, man. He lost his shit, and he lost his woman that same day, man.
Yeah, she walked up to a nigga, and that was it.
This is Hebrews 4:12. For the word of Yahweh is quick and powerful, and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit.
Yeah, so we use this word to spiritually, slice people up, man. Right? Through the spirit. This is a spiritual warfare. It's not carnal. Okay?
That's right, bro.
So we use these scriptures like, like the world is big on these traditions of men, like birthdays, these holidays. You got Halloween coming up. Where did so-called the one who you ignorantly call Jesus Christ? Where did the scripture say he celebrated Halloween, All Hallows Eve? Then he sliced up a turkey and prayed and said, "God bless this turkey." No, it's not. It's not in the Bible. That's a tradition of men, and that's coming up. And our people are still under that stronghold of Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, so on and so forth, man. So that's why we out here to, break down these strongholds through the Spirit.
Yeah, niggas don't learn, man. As many years starting off with the apostles on down as we've been on the streets, as many years that we've been on the highways and byways teaching, even about traditions, Halloween and Christmas. The amount of information that we don't brought out, immense amount of information, and we don't went into these traditions being satanic.
Right.
You people, you gotta know by now. Easter, a bunny laying eggs and a bunny. How does that correlate? You ask the common person, can you correlate bunnies and eggs? They don't know. So what is the religion of Easter? Can you give me some insight on the religion of Easter? Well, that's Jesus, the resurrection of Jesus after the third day, so on and so forth. They, like you just said, they have that Christian, they've been brainwashing these churches. They don't read, they don't study.
Right.
Because reading and studying is two different things, and they don't do neither.
Right.
So that's why they just be caught out there, and they just be pretty much being exploited by their pastors or the government or anybody that takes advantage of them for their low IQ.
Right. I think Sean might have one first.
Real quick, this is Romans 11:7. What then? Israel had not obtained that which he's seeking for, but the election had attained it, and the rest were blinded.
You gotta go.
Yeah, so just like we're going into, some people get it, some people don't. So I mean, if you come across something that's false in whatever you studying, that should put something in your head to make you more inquisitive.
Right.
To make you keep digging and digging and digging. And, the Lord pretty much have to open your eyes and your ears and put the Spirit on you to do that.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Con, this is back up the brother point. This is the book of Colossians chapter 2 and verse 8.
You had it.
Oh, God. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Hamashiach Yahushua. So yeah, man. Basically, matter of fact, let me read the verse above it and then bring it on home. Verse 7: rooted and built up in Him, and established in the faith. Because more importantly, that's what we need, so that we could be unremovable. Because again, there's a lot of different strongholds out here concerning Christianity, Buddhism, you name it. Okay, even certain fields in the medical field and the military, there's a stronghold to these people. All right, because they worship these different events or whatever they into more than Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. All right, so we have to be what? In verse 7, rooted and built up in Him, and established in the faith, as ye have been taught, abounding therein with thanksgiving. Beware lest any man spoil you through the philosophy and vain deceit, what's going on right now a lot, every single day. People calling themselves the Savior, okay, the Lord, the Messiah. All right, you have people who coming to teach people just to get woman, money, you name it, okay? Right. It says, beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, and after the rudiments of the world, and not after Hamashiach.
Yeah, because when you go to when you go into the history of Colossians, all right, I believe that was written when Paul was jailed in Rome. All right, and basically his epistle to the Colossians was to strengthen their faith, because they were a little, shooken by some of these philosophies that's out there. That's why you had that scripture in Colossians, the 2nd chapter. Yeah. They had to be strengthened up through Apostle Paul, who was catching his own hell, going through his persecutions, but he still, through the Spirit, which these guys say they don't believe in the words of Paul. All right, man, whatever. These words are faithful and true. All right, when you go to Romans 15, it talks about
that shit's so wild, yo.
we got these words to comfort us and give us hope, roughly paraphrasing. But I want to get into something, because I was talking about breaking down strongholds, and the elder brother Barzal had mentioned Easter. Hit Acts 12 chapter right quick, and then we get to the blue letter, because hey, if we still here around this time next year, you know that's gonna come up. All right, so you heard us from us first. All right, that's a pagan holiday. It has nothing to do with God and his only begotten Son, who you ignorantly call Jesus Christ. His real name is Yahweh Shai. So go to Acts 12 and start from the top. I think the point is in verse 4.
This is Acts 12, verse 1. Now, about that time, Herod the king stretched forth his hands to vex certain of the church, and he killed James, the brother of John, with the sword. Verse 3. And because he saw it pleased the Jews, he proceeded further to take Peter also.
Yeah.
Then were the days of unleavened bread. Verse 4.
Yeah, that was during the time of the Passover.
Much smoke?
No, it was a fly. Yeah, that was during the time of the Passover, the Feast of Unleavened Bread, all right?
He said it pleased the Jews to do so,
Yeah,
because it's niggas.
right. Same guys that's bickering and arguing, you know, breaking up camps and talking about brotherhood. These are the same guys we're reading about, man. These jealous, so-called, these jealous Jews, all right, it's playing out today. These guys in these other camps, they see us out here prophesying because we have the Spirit of the Lord, and they're getting jealous and they have to resort to tactics, man. So there's no new thing under the sun. And we're going to see that happen too with a lot of these Israelite camps. That was him. That was the GMS guys. It's the same thing that's going to start happening, man. Like the captain said, it was niggas that knew they was Israelites persecuting the church, man.
It's always niggas on the block.
Yeah. Wannabe ass gangsters. But you can go to the point, bro.
Verse 4. And when he had apprehended him, he put him in prison and delivered him to 4 quarter unions of soldiers to keep him, intending after Easter to bring him forth to the people.
Yeah, so he was locked up, like Akon said, man. All right, you know, chain gang, so to speak. All right, so the Apostle Peter, he was getting persecuted, and it was during the time of, it says the Feast of Unleavened Bread.
Right.
Now, I believe, yeah, go to, read verse 4 again, Papa.
Yeah.
Verse 4. And when he had apprehended him, he put him in prison and delivered him to 4 quarter unions of soldiers to keep him, intending after Easter to bring him forth to the people.
Yeah, so you see that, oh man, Easter, bunnies laying eggs, you know. We go to
See?
church. We go to church with pastel suits on. You know, go to the craziest Steve Harvey suit you can wear at the D&G. Like, you know, that spot over there. K&G, that spot over there from Memorial. Yeah, over there, you get that big Easter suit.
He looking like old boy from Dumb and Dumber when they came in.
Oh yeah.
The yellow and the blue suit, the orange and the blue suit.
Yeah.
Harry and
Lloyd, yeah.
Lloyd Harris. Can you get that word Easter bump?
Yeah.
Yeah, thinking that you can get close to the Most High.
Right.
Thinking, yeah, the Most High honor this, man. Like the Most High is looking down and seeing you planting them eggs, like, yo, good work,
Good work, brother.
servant. That's doing the work.
Yeah.
But you got people that really believe that. That's the service of the Lord.
Right.
Planting eggs and what they say about Christmas. You get on your family.
God. And the meaning is the Paschal sacrifice, which was accustomed to be offered for the people's deliverance of old from Egypt.
That's going into the Passover. Yeah, you can read some more on that.
It just basically means Passover.
And second definition is the Paschal lamb. The lamb the Israelites were accustomed to slay and eat on the 14th day of the month of Nisan,
Right.
in memory of the day on which their fathers, preparing to depart from Egypt, were bidden by Yahweh to slay and eat a lamb.
Yeah, the Lord's
Yeah,
Passover.
That's the Lord's Passover. So it's just, when you go to the Greek, that word Pascha just goes into the Passover, man. It don't say nothing about bunnies laying eggs. And when you go into Easter, you know, you can look it up for yourself. That's what Apostle Bar says, look it up. It goes into the worship of Ishtar. Ishtar, all right, a fertility goddess. All right, bunnies don't lay eggs. That's just common sense. Go on YouTube and type up bunnies laying eggs. You won't see a bunny laying eggs, man.
Yeah. Because eggs, what is that? Eggs are if a mammal were to lay an egg, it would be a marsupial, if I'm not mistaken. But eggs is fucking they're for reptiles for the most part. You know, I mean, you got birds and stuff like that, but a bunny, a rabbit, like these people don't make logical sense of these things. You know, you need to research, because even when you go back to what you said, Ishtar, you can see actual historical figures.
Yeah.
All the way back in so-and-so BC of actually the shrine of Ishtar with the fucking like 8 to 10 titties.
Yeah.
Titties,
Yep.
like a dog or an animal, but she's upright.
Right.
But that's nothing but Satanism. And that's the same thing even Baphomet. Baphomet is you got those with those heathens, they always hybridize.
Yeah.
Goat with titties. But Baphomet means both ways, which is homosexuality, witchcraft, and as above, so below. So these people, when they indulge in these traditions, they think it's just something to do, not knowing that they actually worshiping literally Satan.
Satan, yeah, they literally worshiping Satan. Did you get that that one we was gonna go with first, 2 Peter 1:16, I believe? Yeah, the fertility goddess, man. And and then like the book of Ephesians, man, you had these Israelites worshiping Diana. I believe her other name was called Artemis.
Yeah.
And Paul was getting on these Ephesians about that type of women worship.
You said Dionysus.
Diana?
Oh, you said Diana.
Yeah, Diana. Yeah. When you go to Ephesians, it was some guys that was making buku money, but then when the gospel came around, they was trying to kill Paul because they was like, man, we losing money from this Apostle Paul guy talking about Yahweh Shah, man. So Jake has always been in that woman worshiping spirit, because that's the spirit you be in with Easter, worshiping the fertility god, and it's always about the woman, like the brother said, like according to Isaiah 3:12. It's for the kids, it's for my woman. I get some putty tonight if I put on this Steve Harvey suit and put eggs on a goddamn tree.
But that shows you this woman worship, because if you don't do it though, you ain't getting no. You gonna be in the dog
getting
house
no
for the
cutty.
next 3-4 weeks.
Yeah, you're on the couch,
You on
man.
the couch. I ain't gonna say it though.
This is 2 Peter 1:16. For we have not followed cunningly devised fables, when we made known unto you the power and coming of Yahushua Hamashiach, but were eyewitnesses of his majesty.
Yeah, when you go to that word fables, it goes into falsehoods, and that's what Christianity produces, man. Ever since what was it, Constantine came on the scene, he put that paganism twist to so-called Christianity, man. That's why you have stuff like Easter and people, wear pink-colored suits or neon Deion Sanders green suits on so-called Easter Sunday. And then the funny thing is about Easter, which we're going to switch to another topic, they'll say, oh yeah, he's risen on Good Friday. There's no Good Friday in the Bible. And how is he supposed to be risen from Friday? How was Friday to Sunday 3 days? It don't make sense. From Friday to so-called Easter Sunday, oh, he's risen. No, that's not 3 days, bro. That's another thing about Christianity. Christianity, they don't teach you no common sense, man.
No, I don't.
Then you got Good Friday. Oh, where's Good Friday in the Bible? Oh, I'm eating fish today. I'm not eating any red meat. Where did the Messiah say have a Good Friday in the Bible? It's not nowhere in the Bible. That's a falsehood.
That goes back to Dagon, that fish.
Yep.
Dog in the Hebrew is fish.
Yep.
So what's supposed to be one day? What's that fish? The day they eat fish? Is that Good Friday?
Good Friday.
Yeah, Good Friday. But that goes back to worshiping of Dagon. That's still Satanism.
Yeah. You got a freestyle, bro.
This is Mark chapter 7 and verse 7. It says, howbeit in vain do they worship me, teaching of doctrines the commandments of men. Verse 8, for laying aside the commandments of the Most High, you should hold the tradition of men, as the washing of pots and cups, and many other such like things you do. So yeah, even back then, they were still keeping those traditions of men and not really keeping the holy days like they supposed to. Still to this day, it's still great. People still doing the same shit, still going on. And all you gotta do is read.
Right.
Put all this bullshit. I mean,
Yeah.
all of it's stupid.
What's heavy about these holidays too? Like, I kind of wanted to say like the psychology around holidays are very, very they mess our people's heads up, man. Because first off, we're not a financially sound nation. If you look on the charts of all the nations that how much they accrue, or generate, us as so-called blacks, we don't make shit. We don't even pass down an inheritance. And when you look at these different holidays, Halloween, they generate billions. Christmas, the day of, or the day before, they'll say how much revenue they bring in, and it's billions of dollars in a day. And a lot of it comes through so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American men and women, but Native Americans.
Right.
Now everybody celebrates, but our people take the biggest hit. That's why depression gets extremely aggressive during these same holidays.
Right.
Here it is, even Valentine's Day. The most breakups occur, I think, on Valentine's Day or after Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Most people commit suicide after December and after these different holidays take place because they see that they can't keep up with the the flow. And all these kids always want the newest fucking devices.
Right.
Just to break them 2 or 3 days later.
Right.
You get evicted
First of the year because you spend all the money on Christmas.
Oh, then you got cyber. Then you got all these cyber days and all these days. You got to keep spending, keep spending, and then you got all these bills around the corner. So by the time tax time come around, you backed up. So you still in that same. You gonna constantly stay up under that stupid, and it's mainly because of these holidays.
Yeah. What's that meme that was there on social media? I saved a bunch of money by being a Hebrew Israelite. You save so much money by not celebrating these holidays. But you got to do something.
Oh yeah, come on. It's Jeremiah 4, starting at verse 22. For my people is foolish. They have not known me.
Right.
They are Sodom's children, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good, they have no knowledge.
Yep.
You got it.
Oh yeah, that's a good precept too. I know you're speaking about the holidays. Even when you look up the word holiday, it actually, like if you look at the etymology of it, it actually means a Sabbath. So they're actually not keeping a Sabbath the correct way. So if you're gonna keep a holiday, you should be doing it the way that the Lord told you to do a holiday, and that's just keeping the Sabbath.
Yeah.
Most of these holidays, people aren't at rest, they're stressed.
Yep.
Gotta go Christmas shopping, like you said, Halloween, gotta find my Halloween costume.
Right.
It's really, a holiday really goes back to Sabbath. You're supposed to keep a Sabbath, you're supposed to make your rest,
And a lot of it goes back to sex. A lot of it's sex rituals, the mistletoe and the wreath. That goes back to the fertility goddess too. I think the actual red ribbon represents
holidays.
it has something to do with reproduction. All of that, like they kissing under the mistletoe, all those different things. After the Sabbath, but you're still sexually indulging on the Sabbath. But most people get some, like what I'm saying, on those days.
Yeah.
It's real simple. The word holiday, a holy day. That's all it means. Consecrated day, sacred day, and that's what a Sabbath is. You consecrate it. You make it sacred. Just like the elder was saying, ain't no sex on a holy day. Ain't no cooking on a holy day. Like you say with Thanksgiving and shit. It's a big ass feast. Of course, we do have some of our customs are we do keep a feast, but from week to week we have a Sabbath. It's not all the time we cooking and doing this and doing that. We got our things like the Feast of Tabernacle and stuff like that, but most of the time a Sabbath is a holy day consecrated for you to more than likely get close. It's there for you to rest, get closer to the Lord. Maybe you fast that day, whatever you want to do. But how these people celebrate a holiday or holy day is completely opposite of how a holy day or a holiday is portrayed in the Bible.
Yeah, because when these people celebrate these holidays, they're going to the fruits of the flesh in Galatians the 5th chapter, man. Adultery, revelries, rioting. Yeah, you get the most fights with these people on this chart during these holidays, man. Big Mama going against Auntie and shit. you know, that you get all this strife and envyings that's mentioned in Galatians the 5th chapter with these holidays, man. But we gonna, you know, still get on you Christians and get on these strongholds, man. It's something. It was one thing that was on my mind, the Trinity, you know, and we just gonna get one particular passage in the Bible. We're not gonna go too deep with it, but if you don't mind, brother, can you get John 17 chapter? Because Christians like to believe that the Heavenly Father and the only begotten Son and the Holy Spirit are the same. They're different entities, but they have the, you know, the same spirits, man. They're not, basically they're not all together as Christians want to believe, because they'll say Jesus is God. Well, hey, John 17, the first 3-4 verses cut all that, man. Hey, matter of fact, can you get 1 Corinthians 14 and 34 where it says God is not the author of confusion? Because that's what Christianity is, just a big ball of confusion. And then you wonder why you was bored, falling asleep at the church or the Kingdom Hall, all right, in your earlier days, and you had no interest in the Bible. And then you're like, man, forget that Bible, man. I don't know about that, man. I don't believe that. But then when you came to truth, we all center on the truth now, man. That's all we think about. Apostle Dahar says it, hey, when you watching a movie, you filter to the scriptures. You dealing with a woman, filter to the scriptures. You walking through the city, you filtering the scriptures, man. We're a walking collection of books. Yeah. You want to say something, Elder? But yeah, get that first minute right quick, bro.
John, this is 1 Corinthians chapter 14 and verse 33. For the Most High is not the author of confusion, excuse me,
Right.
but of peace, as in all churches of the saints.
Yeah, saints and Israelites. You can read what is that? Psalms 148 and 14 and Psalms 50 and 5. It talks about how the saints are Israelites, and then you can clearly identify who the saints are in the New Testament when you read Romans 1 and 7. It'll tell you that to the saints at Rome. That's not talking about the whole. That's another topic, man. Hey, man, get that right quick. Psalms 50 and 5, Baba Shah.
Psalms 50 and 5. Gather my saints together unto me, those that have made a covenant with me.
That's
by
the
sacrifice.
Israelites. That's the only people who made a covenant with God, the Israelites. So when it says saints in the Bible, you can go to Romans 1 and 7 right quick. Well, did you finish that? I'm a little excited. I'm sorry. I'm a little excited, but if you ain't finished Psalms 50 and 5, just finish that off.
If I may say, just to add to you, because that's the spirit, when the covenant ain't just something anybody can enter into. Even the covenant, when you read the scriptures, the Most High was really going to judge us as a nation. But the Lord was saying the only reason why I don't wipe you out as a nation because of the covenant that I had with your forefathers. Abraham, that's written so many times, it's written all throughout the Old Testament. The reason why is because of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. For your name, for my name's sake.
Yeah.
For Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Jacob is those are the patriarchs of the 12 tribes. So like you just said, the saints gotta be the Israelites.
Right.
Who else fell upon those what three patriarchs, what other three patriarchs was given the covenant? Was Ishmael given the covenant?
Yeah. Yeah, go with your precept.
It's Amos chapter 3, starting from the top. Hear this word that the Lord Yahweh has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth thereof. I will punish you for all your iniquities. Now that sounds like a father who cares right there. All right, that lets you know that Yahweh, He is our Father, and our Father has chosen us, all right, as the chosen family from all other nations on the planet Earth, man. Okay, He gave us the covenant, He gave us the promises. All right, He said certain prophecies and oath. All right, going all the way back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That we shall not be diminished no more. We're going to go back into our homeland.
Right.
Okay, we're going to receive those new bodies. We're going to live forever and ever. He gave all those promises to us, man.
Right.
Not the whole world. All right, that's why He says in verse 2, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Out of everybody on the planet Earth, you only have I known. Remember, we're His delicate woman. Okay? You know the scriptures in what? Isaiah 45 said, thou hast not known me, but I girded thee. You know, he took care of us, man. All right? Because we're his chosen women.
Yeah.
We're his chosen family. All right? It says, therefore, I will punish you for all of your iniquities. So we kept going off. We kept being disobedient. We kept doing our own thing and serving these other gods, wood and stone. All right? God's like, who? Jesus Christ. Man, we say it all the time, man. All right? So he punished us, man, and put those curses on us.
We punished, man. If you look at us as a nation, we really a super people.
Right.
You look at Jake, the Olympics just passed, you be watching these niggas on hell, you watch niggas on social media do some regular niggas on the street doing some crazy ass shit like damn. But as much as we're genetically superior, stronger, faster, more invasive, the fact of the matter is, us we have that evil eye one towards another, we under them curses, man.
Right.
And that alone is like the saying goes, divide and conquer, and that's evident. That's more like you said, that's a token to show that we're the Israelites, because we're the only ones that can't get along with one another. We're the only ones that have that high level of self-hatred.
Right.
Everything in Deuteronomy 28th chapter, from 15 to 68 verses of details of what we will have to undergo as a people. We the only one that figure this.
Yeah, you don't see Ham out here with fringes on and talking about Yahweh Shai. Them niggas ain't doing shit. They ain't got the spirit of the Lord with them.
Well, those Hamites don't respect us even in this Western captivity.
Hell no.
Because we went in captivity. They look down on Negroes that actually went here to the Americas in slavery. They feel like we're just some pretty much watered down Africans. Africans that lost the war, and we pretty much with a weaker of them, so to speak. But really, all in all, the Africans don't even look at us like we're the same people. Africans that go to Africa and from Africa that come to the Americas, they don't look at niggas like we the same. Ethiopians, you never seen an Ethiopian woman with a so-called a nigga here in the America, because they know we're different.
Matter of fact, since you said that, can you get I think it's Exodus 11 and 7? Because we ain't no. That's another. I'm glad Spirit coming out, because that's another topic. We're not Canaanites, okay? Because that's what Christianity teaches. A black man, like Jehovah's Witnesses, they'll give you that scripture, curses Canaan, and they can't even figure out who Canaan is. All right. Now we know Ham had 4 sons. You know the 4 sons of Ham? Yeah, Cush, Mizraim.
He just said it. The curse of I ain't gonna say. I mean, that's Canaan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all good, bro. Yeah, you got some info?
Yeah, just some information. I'll holler if you both get this.
I have it.
Yeah. The
I need to get
Zondervan's
one.
compact, Bible dictionary, okay? This is the definition of Ham. It says the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of the 8 persons to live through the flood. He became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes, but the Egyptians, Ethiopians, Libyans, the Canaanites.
Yeah, Canaanites in today's period of time would be those so-called South Africans, like what's that stinking ass Hamite all them Negroes love? Nelson Mandela funky ass, man. Yeah, that's a Canaanite. But these Christians will say, oh, you Negroes are Canaanites and you're cursed. We're under the curse of Deuteronomy 28, but we're not cursed like Canaan, man. All right, that's a difference. You got that Exodus 11 and 7?
This is Exodus 11 verse 7. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know how that Yahweh does put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
Yeah, there's a difference when you actually go into the history. of Israel. I mean, we fled into the interiors of Africa after the persecution of 70 AD. That's what tells you in Babylon and Timbuktu. All right, we fled there, and our people are still there to this day. Hopefully the brother's still down there. There was a brother in South Africa years ago that was doing the work. Hopefully he's still doing the work to this day. But you got a lot of Israelites down there too. You know, you got a lot of Israelites that's scattered. That's another mystery of the scriptures that we're not going to get into. But Israel has been scattered across the four corners of the earth. They're not going to look like so-called black people and Hispanic people. There's going to be some people that look like so-called white people or so-called Japhetic people. And their line goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
That's right. Yeah.
So there's a difference between Israel and these Hamites, man. Right? Because when you look at Hamites, you got that.
I tell you, you know what, bro? If you don't know, go down to Doraville train station and go look at them cab drivers that's out there driving, picking up passengers.
Yeah.
They drive the yellow cabs and all that shit. Those is Hamites. Them ain't niggas out there.
Go to the cab farmers market. You'll figure out quick.
Yeah.
You ain't one of them.
Trying to get a job there.
Right. Oh yeah, try to get a job at cab farm. Ain't no Negroes working at the cab farmers market, man. They don't like you. And Jake is still on this African, Dr. Umar, 10 years still trying to build a school for fucking Africans, man. It ain't gonna work. You got it, bro.
Con, just to back up this brother point on that you people on the sign is scattered, okay? It's Joel chapter 3 and verse 2. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, which Jehoshaphat in the Paleo Hebrew, and will plead with them, therefore, my people, and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations, and parted my land. And that's the part I wanted to just specify, the part that it says, whom they have scattered among the nations, and parted my land, because you people on the sign, you so-called Negro, Latinos, Native Americans, are scattered about the four corners of the whole earth, man. Okay? We're everywhere.
Yeah, that's just breaking down some strongholds that Christianity, will teach you. But I wanted to go back to that Trinity right quick, because we kind of mixed. John 17 from the top.
This is John 17, verse 1. These words spoke Yahushua, and lifted up his eyes to heaven, and said, Father, the hour is come. Glorify thy Son, that thy Son also may glorify thee.
Yeah, so why if this is a Trinity, why would the Lord be talking to himself? That doesn't make any sense. The Lord is not an author of confusion. He was talking about the Father and him being the only begotten Son when he was about to finish the work, right? So why would he be talking to himself? That doesn't make any sense.
And so these Christians are extremely confused because they don't understand first person, second person, third person. All this stuff is important when you deal with grammatics.
Yeah.
Because if not, you'll have grammatical errors. And if you teach somebody or tell somebody according to your effed up grammar, not knowing how to read in context, you're gonna get them misdirected. That's the whole thing about, like you just said, religion unto this day. They don't even understand when the Lord is actually talking to the Father. If he's actually talking to the Father, is he talking to himself? Is he the Father that's talking within himself? It's not that deep.
Yeah.
It's simple.
Not that deep. Yeah. The scriptures say, blessed is he that readeth. Like the apostle and elder say, take your time and read it. But that was just a stronghold that was brought upon you to bring confusion, because it says in Revelation 11, matter of fact, you get Revelation 11 and 11 right quick, because the powers that be, the elites, they dump money into these so-called churches. They, I say one of them Jehovah's Witness, man. Like this guy, Charles Taze Russell. He was a Mason. He was a 33rd degree Mason. When you look at his grave, it's got a the triangle with the all-seeing eye on it. He was actually a businessman, and the elites came to him around the 1870s to come with this Jehovah's Witness nonsense that a lot of you Jakes still believe in to this day. So a lot of these guys were paid off because these elites know, they read the scriptures, they know that the Israelites are going to wake up in these latter times.
Yeah. And even with those religion is big business. You make a lot of money creating bullshit. Yeah. You gotta think some people that be creating certain inventions that most people thought worked for years, but they'll come out like, yo, that shit never had any benefits. A lot of a lot of these health buzzers that be pushing up in the market, and everybody jump on top of it, and then it's pretty much like a placebo. It's like, damn, you know, that shit wasn't worth shit. I done bought one or two, or I bought it throughout these years, and I thought it worked. But then you, amongst 30, 40 million people buying the same shit in a lifetime, how much money that company does generate. Yeah. It's the same thing with religion. Every Sunday you gotta go to these churches and get taught the same bullshit. They're not teaching you nothing new. You know, they're not breaking things down for you to have a higher understanding, you know, to know what time you're living. They keep you in that same, you know what I'm saying? They keep you at bait. But the amount of money that they're generating, they ain't letting people know how much money the churches make. You know, these pastors and these and ministers in these churches and shit like that, they making a lot of money, man. You know? But they'll never tell you that they'll never give you that side of the story. And it's a lot of adultery, it's a lot of wickedness. A lot of them really be connected to drug dealers. It's a lot of drugs, baby. It's a lot. It's so much stuff. That's why I speak about the depths, man. There's so much dark, deep, demonic shit that just goes on under our noses, under these people's noses. They go to these churches, trusting in the pastor. The pastor got all kind of skeletons in his closet, man. Yeah. Might be a moat.
Pastor be like, don't ask no questions. Don't ask.
Put the money in the basket.
TD most states.
You got something?
Yeah, this is Brother Thamayam here. It's a quote from L. Ron Hubbard, author of Battlefield Earth.
Yeah, created Scientology.
Created Scientology, so Elder Barzal knows. It says, if a man wants to make $1 million, the best way would be to start his own religion.
Wow. That's why down here in the Bible Belt, there's a church on every corner. You know, especially out there in Trump country, man. You go out there to Canton, Woodstock, they got a church on every corner and every block, man. Because it's a big business, man. They get tax write-offs.
Yeah.
You getting all these
funding,
tithes, so to speak. You're making buku money, especially going back to what we were talking about earlier. But Easter, oh, that's a payday. You know, hey.
Now, but it's like our family, like their close friends, he was making like $100,000 a year.
See? You could be a straight gangster and then be a pastor.
But we actually seen that.
Local churches, they make a lot of money too.
Yeah.
It wasn't even like a big congregation. It's probably like this and the other. It's just because you don't need a product. And the thing with those religions, you don't need a product. You don't have to re-up your product, constantly purchase, and you know, sales, profit margins from what they call it when you your overhead. You have to do all that. You don't have to do all that. I mean, it's a business. They're in a 501c3. But the fact of it, like with most businesses, you'll have a product, and then you'll buy a product at a large rate, and you'll sell it at a higher rate, and you get the profits. And from that profit, you know, that's one aspect of a business. But they don't have to have product because you are the product. You're gonna constantly come in every single week. You're required to come every Sunday, you know. But they don't teach you anything that's forwarding or progressive.
Right.
They're just really like lateral steps. They're gonna keep you in think about your father's or your grandparents that was on church. I got a grandfather, right? And I'm gonna give it back to you.
No, they ain't there.
I got a grandfather, great grandfather. My grandfather. He's in the churches. He's been in the churches maybe since I was a kid. I remember being a kid going to this church, and he's actually like the treasurer of the church. So he gets a lot of money from those people, but it's not his money. He's the treasurer, so they divvy it up. But anyway, the point that I'm making is he's been in the churches well over 30, 35, 40 years. You know, maybe 50 years. He's in his 70s, definitely over 50 years. I went to his house and I was talking about general stuff, just talking to him, and I had some incense, just frankincense, because he's my grandfather. So I just gave him some, you know, I know he likes the scriptures. We don't really get into it, but I just gave him some frankincense and myrrh. Like, let's take it for a while. I'm like, you know, need some frankincense and myrrh. He said, what's that? Yo, are you serious? It's in the script. I'm kind of giving. I'm like, yo, it's in the Holy Bible, frankincense and myrrh. You know. I don't think I went into the wise men. It's not 3 wise men, but there's so many scriptures. Somebody type in frankincense and myrrh and see how many results pop up. Pretty sure you're gonna have hundreds, if not thousands of results. And for the fact that an individual like that, he's not the only one. Vast majority of these people that go into churches, they don't understand. They don't. You bring out certain basic stuff, basic prophets, basic like I said, frankincense and myrrh, sage and certain stuff, incense, ancient world diet, Levitical laws, the customs, lifestyle, people, notable people. They don't know because they don't read.
Man, I didn't even know what a Sabbath was before the truth.
Israelites.
The fuck is
I
that?
didn't know what the Israelites was. I mean, I came in, my earlier age, but a lot of people didn't know.
I didn't know about
You
none of
don't
that.
go to the churches and hear about no Israelites. I didn't
I
hear about no
didn't
Israelites.
even know what praying was anyway. I started from zero.
I wanted to find out. I'm gonna look at something real fast.
God. This is Acts chapter 7 and verse 48. And it reads, howbeit the Most High dwelleth not in temples made with hands, as saith the prophet. It's kind of self-explanatory. These modern day temples in 2024, these churches, man, okay? And a lot of these, local churches, neighborhood churches, mega churches, you name it. Man, Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua is not dwelling within these churches, man. He's dwelling within the prophets, that he said. Started with the apostles, the elders of the millstone, all the way on down, man. Okay? Every time you go into a church, they make a swan downstairs or in the backyard, whatever the case might be. All right? They're always going slap off, teaching lies. They're not telling you the truth. This is the truth, man. This is where the Lord dwelleth at, man. Okay? Not your churches.
Can you get Jeremiah 5 and 7?
God.
Well, I think there's some more on that Acts 7 and 48. I think the next verse,
I got you.
It goes into a little bit more. It's still some, a little bit meat on there.
God. Acts 7 and 48 again. Excuse me. And it reads, howbeit the Most High dwelleth not in temples made with hands, as saith the prophet. Heaven is my throne, and earth is my footstool.
Yep.
What house will ye build me?
You can't contain the Most High in some sleazy, hot-ass AME Baptist church, man. All right? And the Most High ain't dealing with that any goddamn way, man. All right? You get mad because we cussing. But, hey, the Apostle Paul says, though I be rude in speech, not rude in knowledge, roughly paraphrasing, man. All right? Because the pastor ain't going to read you that Acts 7 and 48. And it goes to show you, too, like I'm talking about Jehovah's Witnesses, there's a lot of scriptures that Jehovah's Witnesses take out the Bible. They have their own Bible, they have their little J God, or these different dominations. They take out certain passages out the Bible, man. So they're not going to read Acts 7 and 48 to you, because that's their whole business, man. The church is basically the damn trap house nowadays, man. All right, and you people keep going back like junkies, man, to get your early morning wake up. That's what the Christian church is. But you go to Jeremiah 5 and 7.
God. This is Jeremiah chapter 5, going down to verse 7. And it reads, how shall I pardon thee for this? Thy children have forsaken me, and sworn by them that there are no gods, when I had fed them to the full. They then committed adultery and assembled themselves by troops in the heartless houses.
Yeah, the harlot house. That's your modern day church, like what the elder was saying. Hey, that's where you have the highest rates of drug use, adultery, and all types of criminal activity at the church, man.
Freaky as chicks be in them churches.
Right.
Because they gotta watch them demons off of them from Saturday night. Got the shame, or you got the like the black like the black woman. She, after her whole career, she fails. She's just an avid church goer.
Right.
She got the church out for fun. It feels holy. It feels like you're better than the next. Not holier than now. It's just for the image of it.
Yeah.
Knowing you could go, you could drop you $200-300 in that collection plate.
Switch out.
Yeah. So yeah, we go. We'll switch out in a minute.
Yeah, y'all. 5 minutes, I got
All
you.
right, con. Yeah, that's why.
Unless you want to keep going, the spirit on you.
Nah. Pretty much, hey, just hitting upside the head with this Christianity, man. Another brother, step in, in a minute. But The whole purpose is to break down these strongholds of Christianity, because that's a stronghold in our people, and you see it today. That's why. Hey, can we get that Romans 11:7 that we brought out earlier? Because it's only going to be a certain amount of people who actually get this word. Can you get 2 Corinthians 4:3, I believe? That's the whole point. If the Lord is supping with you, like it says in Revelation, the 3rd chapter, then you'll be able to be like, okay, yeah, the church, that's some bull BS, man. Ain't nobody going to no church, especially after the boogeyman of 2020. You should know damn well not to go to the goddamn church, man. They was doing all types of gimmicks in 2020 and 2021, man.
I remember a year ago, the Roman Catholic Church, I'm pretty sure brothers remember it. They got exposed on they was basically messing with little children and stuff, molesting them and stuff like that.
Roman Catholic?
Yeah.
They got a lot of scandals.
Thousands.
Yeah.
Look on Wikipedia of all those Roman Catholic child sex scandals. It's really a hidden child sex trafficking ring.
Yeah.
That's what they do in the name of baby Jesus, man. You know, but yeah, that's in
Yeah. The 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 3. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost.
Yeah.
Which is, these people are lost in plain sight, man. And they're still going to be lost in that day. That's why the scripture says what? You're going to have many people running to and fro as if there was blind men. Just roughly paraphrasing. Because they don't have no wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. Okay? Verse 4. In whom the God of this world have blinded the minds of them which believe not.
Right.
Lest the light of the glorious gospel of Hamashiach Yahushua, who is the image of the Most High, should shine unto them. But then it made me think about what Ezekiel 33:33. Then shall there know. Then shall there be known that it's a
Prophet among you.
Yeah, a prophet among the water. You know, like that, man.
Yeah. So hey, you get that last scripture, and I just step down.
This is Romans 11, verse 7. What then? Israel has not obtained that which he seeks for?
Because Israel, at the end of the day, no matter what so-called religion they're in, they're seeking something, and they're usually finding the wrong situation. Because when you get to these scriptures, it gives you situations how to deal with certain things that happen in the world. We know how to conduct ourselves in this world according to the scriptures. You think a Christian is going according to the fruits of the Spirit? Hell no. They're the fruits of the flesh. They acting out the scriptures that's above the fruits of the Spirit. You know, so Israel at the end of the day, no matter what they look like, all right, they're seeking some type of answer, some type of, you know, I need a way out.
Yeah.
You know, but continue on, bro.
Continuing on. But the election has obtained it.
The election, all right, the predestinated, the initiated, the ones who are picked out from the foundation of the earth to obtain salvation via Yahushua and Mashiach, those are the elect. Those are ones that are written in the book of life. When you go to, you know, Revelation, you know, those, you continue on.
And the rest were blinded.
You basically, these people, they can see, but they can't see spiritually. They just got a blindfold over them. Still gonna celebrate Christmas, man. You know, they thinking about that ham right now, and it's like the last week of September. They already thinking about it right now.
Niggas is already putting in for days off and shit.
So if a nigga can't get it, we're moving on. So with that, I'll let the next brother step in.
Y'all can stay up there and read for that brother Thamaya.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 4. Matter of fact, do you mind if I start at verse 3?
Yeah.
Count verse 3. For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High to the pulling down of strongholds.
And continuing where the brother just left off, because that's a very important job. You got to pull down all these lies that have been established over the years and years. You got to pull down all this false history, all this false religion, everything that's culminated to form this wicked world in which we live in. And it's mostly done through these philosophies that are put out here. You got,
I may say something. when you said pulling down just the lies, I always think about that scene from The Matrix when Morpheus gave Neo that pep talk. And he told Neo, "You a slave." Neo bugged out. You remember he had to kind of get balance in the early the first one. You know, it took him a while before he could stomach the pill and know the mission, process it. And he was the one. You know, so even in this truth, it's so much to even get to the point of accepting the acceptance of this truth. It's not easy to accept the truth. You know, like I said, the vast majority of people, this person told me he figured out he was an Israelite when he was 36 years old. You know, being an Israelite at 36. You know how many lies we've been fed in this society from as a toddler, what your parents taught you. Your parents taught you a lot of lies not even knowing deliberately.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and then parents would be like, they'll teach you these lies, but then they'll be like, don't you ever lie to me. You've been teaching me lies my whole life, man.
I knew there was no Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Countless things.
I mean,
Tooth Fairy, all these things.
yeah, you can't blame them because,
Yeah.
you know.
They should have been on the Tooth Fairy.
But as the brother was saying, there is what you call cognitive dissonance when people hear these altering philosophies or these thoughts that they had in their head, and they hear something that's opposite it. It causes friction between these two ideas that you've been holding, or the idea you've been holding and the new idea that you've gotten. And so there is a struggle, and a lot of people, they take the lesser way out, the easier way out, which is just to be blind and continue in the ways that they've always had, or you go right and you learn what's a lie and what's not. And there is a vast amount. It's literally everything about this society. It's all lies and robbery. And the prey departeth not. Right, guys?
Con, continuing on in 2 Corinthians chapter 10. Now we're reading verse 4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High to the pulling down of strongholds, casting down imaginations. Now I looked up that word imagination for you, and it says faculty of the mind, which form and manipulates images. This place is a big manipulation.
Yeah.
Yep.
And this is
I will.
what you're seeing is this is spiritual warfare. The left hand versus the right hand. And up here it's just about putting forth the truth, because the truth is going to overcome all of these vast lies that have been put into the earth. We're under a veil, a covering of basically everything, of all the nations, of all the history, of who's who and what's what. And the water for that one, I want to switch gears a little bit, because I think a big part of this is people don't know what time they're in. They don't know where they are within prophecy. They have no idea that the kingdoms were actually called and set forth, and then these kingdoms get cast down, and then comes the kingdom of heaven. But between that, there's been so many lies that have been put out that we must go into the different times. And so we're going to start in Daniel 2, because Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, or the Assyro-Babylonian kingdom, he had a dream of this giant statue. And in the statue, it tells the different kingdoms that would exist, and then these kingdoms would be brought down, and then the kingdom of heaven would be set up. And so I've noticed a lot of people have these different arguments and things they want to say, like we're in the second covenant, or that those people in the Holy Land are actually the Lord's people. That's not true, and it can't be true, because we are within this statue already. The feet have not been brought down.
Right.
You can't be in the second covenant with still being within the statue. It's still in the time of the Gentiles, and they have their time to reign, which is all confusion, which is why we're here in Babylon, which means confusion. So if you would start with Daniel 2, number 31. Baba Kishore.
Thou, O king, sawest, and behold, the great image. This great image, whose brightness was excellent, and stood before thee, and the form thereof was terrible. Verse 32, this image's head was of fine gold.
Yeah. And so here is the head. This is the Babylonian, the Assyro-Babylonian Empire. This is what Nebuchadnezzar ruled. And that's the captivity that Daniel was in when this was being written and spoken of. And so we've got that, Exhibit A, the head of gold. And it was a great empire. That's why it's described as being gold. And you can actually, you see these metals deteriorate as you go down because the morality decreased, the substance of the kingdom just decreased. Even though these were great empires, it still decreased. And now we're all the way down here at the feet. But you can continue on.
His breast and his arms of silver.
So his breast and his arms of silver. This is the Medo-Persian Empire. This is where, in the movie 300, where you see Xerxes and various other things, but this is the silver, the second empire that would exist. Got it?
His belly and his thighs of brass.
And his belly and his thighs of brass. This is the Greek Empire. Got it? And this Greek Empire is the first empire that the Edomites actually took power and took control of the earth. And so they've actually, you know, as it says, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, because they've had a lot of these empires, which we're still going to continue to go into. But this was their beginning. That's why they always talk about how civilization started with the Greeks. It's like, nah, what about this head of gold? What about the Egyptians? What about the Israelites? What about all sorts of other things? But, you know, they're full of pride.
Got a quick preset for you?
Yeah.
Because you said this is the first empire where Esau basically was in power. This is the book of Maccabees, the first book, the first chapter. You can read the first verse because it explains who his father is. And it shows you that he was a fucking Edomite. But if you go down to verse 7 and verse 7 through 9, it says, so Alexander reigned 12 years and then died, and his servants bare rule everyone in his place, which we know who the servants are.
Yeah. These are his four generals that he had. So Alexander came, he conquered, and he died.
Yep.
All sorts of wickedness was there because of them just being the wicked.
Yeah.
But he died, and he had four generals that he left his empire to, which was Seleucid, Cassander, Ptolemy, and Lysimachus.
Yes, sir.
And so you got it.
Yep. It says, and the servants bare rule everyone in his place, and after his death they all put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied on the earth.
And you can see what you say, and so did their sons for many years. So yeah, they had the Greek Empire, and then after that they had the Roman, which I'm getting ahead of myself here, but they did reign for many years, and we have seen much wickedness because they are the wicked that bear rule right now.
Yeah. If I may add on to you, because you're going into the brass with the Grecian Empire. When you read it, what does it say? It says his belly, it says, and he has a head fine gold, his breasts and his arms are silver, and it says his belly and his thighs are of brass. That's the start of the Edomites. The reason why they're the belly and the thighs, that's where you generate most of your power.
Yeah, your core.
Where your core, your thighs, your quads, and your buttocks. You know, you do your squats and stuff like that. That's where you generate most of your power. And out of all of these nations, or all of these rulerships, which one generated the most power? These Edomites, the Edomite rulerships. And then you see the Edomite rulership today. Ain't no one ruled the world like the Edomites did, man. They generated a lot of power to put people into slavery, make people forget who they were, forget who they are. Shit, you had the Babylonian Empire. Yeah, they came and destroyed they were the first ones to destroy our temples. But then the Medo-Persian, they came back and let us rebuild. You think these fucking Edomites gonna let us do that? No. That's why they the belly and the thighs, because they generated the most power and they executed it the most and they abused it the most. So that's why they're the belly and the thighs.
The wicked that were created for the
That's
day of
heavy.
evil.
Yep.
It's heavy. Yeah. And they've had strong empires.
Right.
But we're at the point where all these strongholds are being broken down of the various lies that they've told over the years. And so we have to go in and look at all these different empires, because prophecy aligns with this. Also, these lies that people tell and these fables they want to push out here, they still align with this. And it's easy to be like, nope, we're at the feet of it. You can't be the people because you've been saying you've been the people since up here. You can't be. Or we're in the second covenant. No, we're not, because we're still under the Gentiles. We're still teaching one another. That's why we're out here. And it just couldn't possibly be because of the times. So you got it.
Verse 33. His legs of iron.
Say it a little more.
His legs of iron.
So this is the Roman Empire, the legs. And that's how it's all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim El Shai, which he set up these kingdoms to do certain things. But that iron, they formed their weaponry through iron.
Yep.
And they had a very strong empire because of how they worked with iron. And so you see it visualized right here with iron at the legs, and you also see that's a lot of body right there. The Roman Empire was a long empire as well.
Right.
We got it.
Continuing on. His feet, part of iron and part clay.
And that's where we are today. We're at the ends of the times of the Gentiles. We're at the bottom of this. And it said part iron, part clay. And so this is also it's a part of the Roman Empire, or it is the Roman Empire, which fell and with a deadly wound and it was healed.
Yep.
And so we're watching them come back into power, but it's not all together because iron and clay don't mix. And so you got some that's part strong, some that's part weak. You've got in Salakia, these feet, it makes up the NATO and the EU. This is the beast that's also spoken of, which we could go into Daniel 7 as well, because this is all described. It mirrors this, but with beasts instead of it being a statue. And so it speaks of the beast as well, but this makes up the beast. The feet that are part clay, part iron, and they're not all together. And we see that within the EU because you have what's called the pigs nations.
Yep.
Is Portugal, Ireland, Italy, Greece, and Spain. These are your weaker nations within the EU, and the rest of them are financially strong. But as you see, there's division, and you're seeing more and more division because the Lord is dividing and conquering them. Any more to that?
No, I think that's it.
Can I make a point right quick?
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, going back to the European Union, which was formerly the European Economic Community. It was formed. The EU was formed in 1957 with the Treaty of Rome. So I mean, you can't make this stuff up, man. When you actually go into how the EU was created, it goes into the Treaty of Rome.
Yeah, because it's the rebirth of Rome. They even have the Renaissance, the rebirth. And so it's Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white man, as well as those small hatters, those 1948ers that are in the land causing all sorts of war, they're included first and foremost, really, when we go into Esau, Edom, because that's Amalek. They're the first of the nations. But they had their rebirth because they were put into that pit, which is Europe, and brought out for another season, a short season, to deceive the earth. You want to bring out this one?
This is Revelation 13:3. And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death.
And that head being the Roman Empire. It was wounded. Everybody knows Rome fell. And what happened?
And his deadly wound was healed.
And so you had the Renaissance. They came back up into power. They were this rebirth. That's what Renaissance means. And so they came back into power, and now we're at the end of these times, and we've got NATO and the EU. This is Esau's power structure. This is his system that he has set up. This is the beast. There's no single man that's going to come up from some crazy ceremony and be called the Antichrist or the beast. This is a system that is set up. And going into Daniel 7, these systems are described as beasts. And so that's that. Any more on that?
No, but I've got a precept. This is 1 John 2:18. Little children, it is the last time, and as ye have heard that Antichrist shall come, even now are there many Antichrists, whereby we know that it is the last time.
Because really, you look at these people, the vast majority of the earth are what you could call, I don't even like saying that C word, but that's what you could call them, anti-messiahs, anti-Christ, but most people are against the actual truth of the scriptures, which makes them that. They are anti-messiahs. There's not just one man. This is a whole beast system that is set up.
I was going to say that's another one of those Christian lies that have been told. That there's just that there's only one anti-Messiah. Well, the Lord really told us that there was plenty of them. Anybody that's against the scriptures and against the word of the Lord is an anti. How about you know what I'm saying? Even these niggas in the truth. Niggas in the truth is anti the Lord, man.
If I could say, Captain, I ain't gonna name names, but it was a certain camp, and they said that DJ Trump, when he was in office, that was the Antichrist. And then you got these other guys that say when Obama was in office, he was the Antichrist. It's plural, you know?
And they were. They were all Antichrist. And there's many of them. That's everything that's against the truth of the scriptures. And it's really simple. People don't want to be the bad guy.
Right.
When you tell them, like, they'll do all the gymnastics, all the flips, and everything they can to not be the bad guy, but they can't help it. You got it.
This is Isaiah 30 and verse 9. That this is a rebellious people, lying children that would not hear the law of Yahweh Bahasham Yahushua. Verse 10, here go the main point. Will say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceit. That's anti.
Got it.
You know, that's literally anti. This whole place is just anti Yahweh Bahasham Yahushua.
Right.
All right. They don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to. They're wise to do evil. Okay. We just read it. They will come across the videos, or however they found a video on the internet. Okay. They'll look at it and they'll say, "This is not the truth."
Right.
And they'll go right back to their niggerdom. All right. Their stupidity. that's the truth, man. They'll hear this word. And they'll get back. They'll go right back to the studio, start rapping. They'll go right back to the strip clubs. They'll go right back to selling dope. They're through. You know what I'm saying? They're through. But that's all I had.
And that's that gross darkness. These people are in complete gross darkness, which is why we're here, to be a light unto the elect, unto our people, so that they can see within this time of great darkness, which everything is in complete and total confusion. Things have been covered up. There's will you grab that veil? Oh, the veil that's been put over the nation.
Yep.
Covering cast.
The covering cast,
25 and 7.
There's one in Isaiah, what is it? Isaiah 29, I think.
You got that? That's your mind.
There's one in yeah. But also too, since you were saying you just made a point about something. But if you go into you do the research on the Renaissance, you go into them relics. Esau hid the relics from our people. So a lot of our people don't even know what the Black Madonna is.
Y'all wanna know something? I'm Omar
Yeah.
Sharif Yusef, but I love y'all. But
All right,
you know what,
man.
them brothers down there, I'm Omar Sharif Yusef.
Brother, keep teaching, man.
I'm
We
the
ain't about to
son,
hear this shit.
man.
Keep
They
going.
didn't show me love down there.
This
Bring
is
this one
Isaiah 25 and 7.
Yeah, read aloud, brother.
And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering.
And that's the Lord destroying in this mountain. Mountains mean governments. That's what we're just talking about. Governments and empires. You'll hear it speak of hills. These are lower governments. But the Lord's going to destroy within this mountain, within this empire, within this system that is set up, within this beast.
The face of the covering cast over all people.
How do you cover all people on the earth? You cover them with lies. You cover them with gross darkness. And it brings about vast confusion. People don't know really anything. They know 2 + 2, but besides that, they can't tell you who they are. They can't tell you who their world leaders nation goes back to, their true biblical nation. They can't tell you the Lord's true name. They don't know Yahweh Shai's true name. They have no idea. They can't tell you which holidays we're supposed to actually worship. They can't tell you what time period they're in, as we were going into earlier. We're in complete and total gross darkness. You got it?
This is Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. So you have 2 simple animals
Right.
who knows who their masters are. Okay? But watch this. It says, but Israel, all right, you people on this side, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, all right, doth not know, my people doth not consider. Prime example, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Continuing on, simple nation. I believe we brought this out last week. Yeah, they're fucking annoying, you know? Simple nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers,
Seed of evil.
children that are corrupters. They have forsaken the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone away backwards. Yeah, these people are just ass backwards.
Yeah.
Stop eating pork. Well, I can't put this pork down. You know, stop getting lined up. Well, I'm trying to look clean for my girl. Man, this is the Lord saying stop doing these things, man.
I got a question. My brothers, children of the land.
So wait, they dismissed you?
I'm listening.
They dismissed you
I
down
love
there?
you.
Well, we gonna keep going. Let's go ahead.
Yeah,
Keep
they
going. We
dismissed you.
I have a question.
nah. Go
Because
ahead, bro.
I'm Omar Sharif. I
We
have
don't
a
care, brother. We just trying to do our job right here. We teaching the Bible, and that's all that
You
matters.
can listen. You're very welcome to listen.
I don't
Maybe
know
we'll
why
get
they
to it
did.
later.
I'm attending.
All right,
I'm
bro.
listening. I'm talking.
Have a good day, man.
Damn. My question was important, but I forgot.
Yeah,
what
or
you
they
spoke.
time
That's
of
all
the
right.
Gentiles.
Damn. What was I thinking?
Read that again, Zakari.
Yeah, I got you. This is Isaiah 1 and verse 4. Simple nation, a people laden with iniquity,
Yep.
a seed of evildoers.
And iniquity is sin upon sin. And so you go into the scriptures,
Yep.
who were given the law, statutes, commandments,
Right.
the Israelites.
Uh-huh.
And so you bring up this idea of sin. What is sin? Sin is the transgression of the law. And so this is speaking to the Israelites because they're the only ones that were given the law.
Right.
And so they've transgressed the law, and over and over and over again. I know I was just up here speaking on these different holidays that we have, in which we have gone after other gods for time and time again, after Ishtar, after Baal, after Semiramis, Tammuz, and Nimrod, and
All that.
all these various things. And so we get to this iniquity, laden with sin, just covered in it, just like a pig in mud.
Continuing on to verse 4, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters, They have forsaken the Lord, Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua. Okay? Continuing on, they have provoked the Holy One. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone away backward.
Yeah, they're gone away backwards. Go ahead.
Oh, backsliding daughter. We have gone in the opposite ways in which the Lord wants us to go. And so, because of that, guess what happened? We got put under the curses. And they didn't all happen at once. But we are under curses. We are under our enemies as well. Thus, why we have these different time periods of our enemies being over us. That's a part of being cursed.
Yep. That's why the scriptures say many are deceived by their own vain opinion. Because when you look at black people, Hispanic and Native Americans, they always got some goddamn opinion of what they think is right. And then they say they believe in God. And like, for instance, the pork issue. Oh, this is tradition. I've been eating it. Well, I've been celebrating Christmas. This is for the kids. You can clearly see why we went into slavery and Jim Crow and the stuff that we go through today due to our vain opinions and our disobedience to the Heavenly Father.
Okay, brother, talk.
You got it. I know I brought this out before. This is Proverbs 8 and verse 13, because this verse right here, it just specifies how much pride and arrogance and the foreign mouth our people actually have. Just back up your point on why we went into slavery. Okay, Proverbs 8 and 13. The fear of the Lord Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, is to hate evil, pride, arrogancy, and the evil way, and the foreign mouth do I hate. Well, a lot of people indulge in all these things, all right? You're supposed to hate evil, but they love evil. We just read that this is the seed of evildoers.
I hate evildoers.
Woe to him that calleth evil good and good evil.
Get that?
These things are all, we've been really just sitting in it, stewing in all these sins, all this iniquity, all this evil that's been upon the earth. But it's time to get out of that. It's time to wake up. Time to wake up so that we could get into an actual righteous kingdom, to return to our power, to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. And then we don't have to deal with these curses. We don't have to deal with these heathen over us and all these unrighteous decrees that have been going on for far too long.
Glory.
We can finally sit in peace. But part of it, of us being having all these sins, is the Lord put our enemies over. So will you grab that Luke 21?
Quick precept for you. This is the book of Exodus 23 and verse 2. It says, and this is dealing with our people, because this, like you said, the law, statutes, and commandments was only given to these people on this son. So this only applies to our people. This doesn't apply to Esau. It doesn't apply to Elam. It don't apply to any of these other fucking heathens. All right. It says, "Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil." And hey, guess what? Our people love evil, like you said. They go at any cost to do wickedness. They will attempt to do it.
Which people?
All right. It says, "Neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many to wrest judgment." All right. But the point was, don't follow a multitude to do evil. And that's what we're trying to do, is tell our people to stop following these niggas on the streets. Stop following these fucking heathens. All right. Stop following Esau and his ways. Repent and turn back to the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai that was given to the nation of Israel.
That's right. And it speaks of the masses or the multitudes that were born in vain.
Right.
That's most of our people, the 2/3 that are going to be cut off when Yahushua returns.
Right.
They're definitely going to be cut off because the Lord said it. And so we're following the righteous ways that the Lord has sent us down into the men of the great millstone with our apostles and elders. And Lord will, we actually make it out of this, because this place is going to be absolutely destroyed. And so we're trying to put our best foot forward to not die in the nukes as they're coming, to not die in these wars, to not die in this famine that's coming. We want our families to be fed. We want to get out of this and into a righteous kingdom.
That's right. That's right. Oh, you got it up. You got it.
This is Galatians chapter 1, verse 8. "But though we or an angel from heaven preach any other gospel unto you than that which we have preached unto you, let him be accursed."
Yeah. And that is extremely scary. It's terrifying, because there's men that think of themselves as the elect of Israel that are teaching false doctrines, teaching lies.
Right.
You look at the Christians, it's all lies. Not a single Christian is going to be saved.
Or
Because
Muslim.
or Muslim at all. Yeah, I was getting to that.
Well, technically, the real Christians are Israelites, man.
Yeah.
You know, that pseudo form of Christianity where you go to church and then eat a ham after service, man.
Slap on.
Yeah.
I have a question, gentlemen. How are they outbirthing our nations? Is it because of the Bible? They say we can only have one wife. How are they outbirthing our nations?
Continuing on to Luke 21 and 24. Is this what you wanted to grab?
Yeah. Will you go back to that last one? That was good.
Galatians.
To the Galatians.
Yeah.
Galatians 1 and 8. But though we or an angel from heaven preach any other gospel unto you than that which we have preached unto you, let him be accursed.
And all the Christians add on, they take away. You look at Islam, it was created by the Catholic Church.
Right.
And it's just a really weak fabrication of the scriptures. And they bring in some little things here and there that are from the scriptures that are true. But overall, that's a cunningly devised fable that our people still go after. And you even go back to the curses, which we were talking about in Deuteronomy 28. And it says we're going to go after other gods, even wood and stone. That stone is representing that Islam, that Mecca stone, all that nonsense they speak. And they can't see through their blindness, through this darkness, and that's why we're here as lights, beacons of lights, to bring down these strongholds and all these principles and principalities that have been spoken over the years and years and years that have just clogged up people's minds and thoughts.
Yeah.
And this all has to be brought down, and that's why we come out every weekend to wake up the elect, why we do this throughout the week to wake up the elect, because this kingdom of lies has to be brought down, really all the lies of the Gentiles, even of our people, because big boy liars ourselves.
Yeah, because with Islam, they mention in the Quran the children of Israel, and then you got this guy Farrakhan. He doesn't even come out the Quran, he comes straight out the Bible.
Yeah.
And Muhammad, he wasn't a prophet. What is Muhammad telling you in 2024 that's going to be vital to your salvation and escaping this destruction that's coming?
They're not even talking about this stuff.
Islam is not talking about the wars and rumors of wars, the famine, the earthquakes. So especially you Latinos that's into that nonsense too, because it ain't just black people that's into that crap. It's Hispanics too. That's the fastest growing religion amongst Hispanics.
Yeah.
And this is Hispanic Heritage Month, all right? And y'all still stuck on stupid, still praying, still believing in Mary.
Okay.
That she got impregnated with the Holy Spirit. That's adultery, man. So our people, they just believe in all these falsehoods, and we come out here and teach them. They ain't trying to hear. They just too busy talking and want to make themselves known. Who gives a damn? We just giving a message.
Okay.
Just giving a message. Okay.
Just to back up your point on how individuals set themselves up and they basically teach them lies. It's Revelation 22 and verse 18. For I testify unto every man that heareth the words of the prophecy of this book. So on.
Hey, shalom.
Continuing on to verse 18. If any man shall add unto these things, the Most High shall add unto him the plagues that are written in this book. And if any man shall take away from the words of the book of this prophecy, the Most High, Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua, shall take away his part out of the book of life, and out of the holy city, and from the things which are written in this book. So it's plain and simple. All right? Hey, he said, lo, I come in the volume of a book, it is written of me. He didn't say, hey, I come in the volume of a book, it's written of me. Now you can add on and take away what the hell you want. Nah, it don't work like that. Okay? Our enemies are going into captivity. The MOTV is going to come. We do have an enemy, and salvation is coming. Everything is just straight to the T. It just says the vision was set plain amongst the table.
So that he may run and read it. Yeah, plain to us. But everybody else, they want it to be in this version, this really sweet, nice version sprinkled with sprinkles and glitter and all this stuff. They want it to be really nice. But as it says, this book is full of lamentation, mourning, and woe. This is a dark book. This is it's not a children's book, but they've tried to make this book into something that's palpable to all of humanity, which is where you get the word Catholic from, which goes into universalism, which goes into everybody could be saved. And if you're saying that to anybody, you're adding on to the book, because it's only speaking of the Israelites receiving salvation. Even the Israelites, 2/3 of the Israelites are going to be burned up and have to come back in to the kingdom later. So the Lord's just going to burn up 2/3 of his people and then save portions of the Gentiles here and there? No.
Right.
But he will have a remnant of these Gentiles that are going to be saved, but they're going to be saved for the captivity, just as it says in Amos 9 and 11 and 12. He's reforming or restoring the breaches of the tabernacle of David, which is the Israelites standing up again, as in Ezekiel 37 or Revelation 11 or Wisdom of Solomon 5. These Israelites standing back up, and as well as the kingdoms coming together. And it speaks of Edom. Edom's going to be cast down, but there's going to be a remnant of Edom for captivity. That's why you have them all going into their bunkers and their hideaways for when this great destruction comes, and they're going to be pulled out of these caves and mountains, as it says in Jeremiah 16 and 16, and they're going to be chained up.
Thank you. This is Isaiah 14 verse 1. For Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel.
And as we talked about earlier, Jacob's name is Abraham, there's Isaac, and there's Jacob. Jacob's name was changed to Israel, and that's where you get the 12 tribes from. And so from there is where the promises and blessings lie. And the other nations were given little temporary blessings. That's where we are right now, and Esau Edom's temporary blessing. But this is it's coming to an end. At the I wanted to get to it in Daniel 2 about that great stone coming in and destroying the feet. Forgot about that, Salakia. But that shows the end of these Gentile kingdoms. We're coming to their end. And they've trodden down Jerusalem for so long, but we're going to trod them down in the end. You can still go back to, we can finish out. Actually, if you want to get it, go for it. It's 30 something.
Love. Children of the land, love.
This is Daniel 2 verse 35.
Or 34.
34. Thou sawest till that a stone was cut out without hands.
And who is considered a stone? Who's that cornerstone that nobody wanted? This is Yahweh Shai that's speaking of. And he's going to come and smash the feet of all these empires that were here. He's going to smash every bit of it.
Thank you, Yahweh.
To smithereens.
Thank you, Yahweh.
He's going to smash these feet.
Thank
that
you,
great
Yahweh.
stone. You read it one more time, Bubba?
Thou sawest till that a stone was cut out without hands, which smote the image upon his feet that were of iron and clay, and break them to pieces.
And it also makes me think of the great millstone. It speaks of how that angel took up a great millstone,
Put it on his neck,
and
cast it into the sea.
And the sea, speaking of the people, is gonna, the end of their times come through these feet, because we're at the end of it. The feet are the end of the body, and Yahweh Shai is going to come and smash these kingdoms and put them down. And so that's where we get into back to Isaiah 14, because that's what we're seeing after these feet are smashed and this kingdom being brought back up.
Isaiah 14.
Brother, if I can say too, that also goes to show that precept brother just read in Daniel goes to show that the Lord ain't coming back for peace. right.
Yeah.
If he's coming down to bring down these kingdoms,
Yeah.
it tells you he's going to rule with the rod of iron, right?
Yeah.
He said he had a crown a crown upon his head, right? So guess what? That means he's coming down to fuck these other
Man.
nations up.
I got
Smash. And it speaks of, it says, think that I come back to bring peace
on earth,
Nay,
a sword.
but a sword.
Sword.
Right.
Because he's bringing war. This
right.
is war that's coming.
That's right.
This is Isaiah 34 and verse 1. Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that dwell therein, the world, all the things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shah.
That's righteous anger.
And I believe if you go into that word indignation too, it goes into disrespect.
Right.
So the Lord's about to come back and disrespect these other nations with violence.
All of them.
Oh. Continuing on, and his fury upon all their armies, he hath utterly destroyed them, he hath delivered them to the slaughter.
Yeah. And the Lord's bringing all these armies down to the valley of Yahweh Shaphat, the Lord's judgment, and he's going to plead with these armies there, which goes into judge. He's going to judge them and then set up his righteous kingdom. Showing also there's no such thing as universal salvation.
That's right.
All that stuff is BS. And all these, we're speaking of the Catholic Church and how it brought Islam, it brought all these Protestant denominations.
Right.
This is all, you're all just pieces of the Catholic Church, which the
Right.
Catholic Church is just, it's nonsense, and it's, that's the false prophet that has been going out. This is all just, it's just falseness, and they've set up lies and lies and lies.
Especially Muslims.
Yeah, especially Muslims. They still call on these silly names that are
Right.
just not, they're not going to make it. They're not going to make it.
Right.
They're going to get burned up in the nuclear fire that is coming to America. America's going to be burnt.
Are we going to
To
give us
a
ours?
crisp.
Right.
And you're going to, you're going to be a part of it if you stay with this religion. It's a false religion.
This is Genesis 17 and 20 to 21. And as for Ishmael, I have heard thee, behold, I have blessed him, and will make him fruitful, and will multiply him exceedingly. 12 princes shall he beget, and I will make him a great nation. But this is the point, 21. But my covenant will I establish with Isaac,
Yes.
which Sarah shall bear unto thee at this set time in the next year.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just speaking of how the other nations had these temporary blessings. This is a temporary blessing of Ishmael, because they're the primary carriers of Islam. Yeah, some of the other nations get on it, but he had a temporary blessing.
Right.
And as this is the time of the Gentiles coming into his fulfilling fullness, fulfillment, Dwada, they were going to be cast down as well.
That's right.
Because they've received their temporary blessing already.
That's right.
But when they had it, what did they do? They had the sub-Saharan slave trade. They put all this nonsense into our people's heads with their Islam and their mega stones and all these things, and they're going to have to be judged for it.
That's right.
It speaks of in Joel 3. It speaks of them because they had a very large part to do in our captivity, and they get judged for it.
That's right.
Yeah.
You got it.
This is Isaiah 14, verse 2. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them.
Do one more time from the top. Slide.
Isaiah 14, verse 1. For Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel,
Israel's on this sign.
and set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them.
So set us in our own land. That's Israel. The strangers. If you go into that word, it's Gershom or Garsham, which Moses, in the time of Exodus coming out of Egypt, he had a son, Gershom, or Garsham, Salaki on the pronunciation. And He said, because I've been a stranger in a strange land. This goes into the strangers, which you are an Israelite by your father. So Moses had a son, he called him a stranger. That's where you get this stranger word from. So these are Israelites. These aren't spiritual Israelites, as the Christians like to say.
Right.
These are actual bloodline Israelites.
Not converts.
Yeah, not converts whatsoever.
Because it tells you in, I believe, Hebrews 11 and 13 that we're strangers and pilgrims. We're strangers and pilgrims here in America.
Yeah.
Our homeland is Israel, but we're strangers in the land that we know not.
We also know that the Lord, like for instance with the Passover, and this talks about bringing the stranger. That's not talking about a heathen, because they can't serve the Lord. They can't uphold the laws that was given. So they can't do what? Go ahead, bro.
They can't say. Yeah.
So continuing on.
They can't grasp it.
That's right.
You know
They
what I'm
can't.
saying?
Yeah.
Basically.
And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. Verse 2. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of Yahweh for servants and handmaids.
Yeah, that don't sound like equality, man.
That's right.
That sounds like slavery for anybody that's not on this chart. You know, servitude. All right, just how like we servitude here in America.
Right.
All these nations had something to do with pulling us down. You go into the book of you go through Judges, you go through that sign we just had up. We were all captives under these different heathen nations. You go into the book of Psalms, number 83. These are all enemies of the Lord,
Right.
of the Israelites, and we're going to have them. It's just the trading places. They're going to be our captives. Or keep going with Isaiah.
If I could say something too, Salaki, you got this United Nations General Assembly in New York. Do you see any Negroes and Hispanics on that panel? Hell no. What are they talking about? The MOTB and this one world government that they want to come out with. That's what these puppet leaders are coming to New York for. Ain't no Negroes and Seminole Indians sitting down with Netanyahu and all these world leaders, man. That goes in the Psalms, the 83rd chapter as well. All these nations, they're basically trying to come up with a way to get rid of Israel. That's why they have this UN General Assembly.
Yeah. Why do the heathen rage and imagine a vain thing?
Yep.
So did
That's
Egypt
what
enslave everybody?
Isaiah 14, verse 3. And it shall come to pass.
Oh, Salaki.
Who's captain there? Word?
Oh yeah, we got it. Okay.
Okay.
Salaki, throw on it.
Yeah. This is Daniel 7, and I'm gonna start at 18 and jump on down. And it reads, "But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever." So I went to this word right here, possess, and then I looked it up on the online It's Mine. It says possession, to hold, occupy, inhabit, to have and hold in one's control, be master of, own. It says to take, having power, powerful, to sit. So we're gonna take it. We're gonna take the kingdom. You know,
It's ours.
This
Right.
entire earth, and it's going to be ruled in righteousness. We're going to have food that'll actually be sustenance. It's going to actually increase us and give us power, and make up for what was lost. We're going to have air that we could breathe. We're going to have water.
Thank you.
That's actually clean, that we're going to be able to drink. We're going to have our families intact and not have to worry about them dying or Esau putting something into them or anything like that. We're going to have a righteous kingdom, which everybody should be looking forward to this, even the heathen, because this is not it. This is just pollution and lies and robbery, just darkness.
Yeah.
Who wants to be in death and darkness?
Not me.
I certainly don't.
That's right.
Okay. Going back to Daniel 7, jumping all the way down to verse 26. And it reads, "But the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion, to consume and to destroy it unto the end. And the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High."
That's right.
whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions shall serve and obey him.
Yeah.
That sounds like slavery.
That sounds like, and it sounds like everybody, not everyone is included.
That's
You see Israelites being included, and the other nations being on the other side of it. These are the captives that
Who's
are
gonna save us?
going to go into captivity under
saving
the
us?
Israelites, all through the power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
That's
Okay.
right. I got a quick precept.
Yeah, you got it.
This is just to drive that point home. This is Revelation 13:10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
And our Lord is a complete and total power of balance.
That's right.
He's not going to have his people go into captivity and then that just be that. They just get to walk off willy-nilly
right.
and just have their own kingdom while we have our kingdom.
Mm.
They're going to have to serve and build up this kingdom in very similar ways in which they did to us, except for the Edomites in particular, they get double what they put out because they've done such blasphemy, they've committed such violence that they got to get paid back even more than the other nations are in what would be a balanced way.
That's right. This is Luke 21:24. This is what you've been wanting to get.
Yeah, no one, and that's not very.
Yeah, you go ahead.
And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations.
And these are the Israelites.
And Jerusalem.
These are the Israelites,
Right.
and this also goes into the diaspora,
Yep.
or the scattering in which we've been pushed into the four corners of the earth.
That's right.
And so, people on the sun have been scattered. So we're actually going to come back looking like all of the other nations as well. We're going to come back looking like Ishmaelites. We're going to come back looking like Moabites. We're going to even come back looking like Amalek, who are these people pretending to be us currently. But we've been scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, and the scriptures say it all the time.
And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles, until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
And Jerusalem is the people before a place. It's speaking of both the people being trodden down and of the actual land itself being trodden down. So you look at it right now, and there are various Gentiles, various other nations there that actually don't belong there. So you've got Edom or Amalek right there. You've got Ishmael in the land. You've got Ham in the land. You've got various people sitting in Israel, in Jerusalem, trotting that land down and basically polluting it.
Right.
And they've done the exact same thing to the people. They've trodden us down and they have polluted it, especially in our minds. And these are all being brought down. And we're coming into that time of the Gentiles being fulfilled, which is the feet of the statue, which is about to be broken, which is all these lies and just all the murder, everything these heathen have done. This is all being brought down. And the water for let me go into that, because going into the different times of these kingdoms, I feel like if people understood that, they would have a lot fewer questions and say a lot fewer dumb things. And so the water, we'll let another brother step in.
So you know, we just gonna continue on, man.
Oh, okay.
Whatever. Shit, just going to Psalms 147, 148.
All right, come
We're just going to that, because you know, at the end of the day, our messages to these people on this sign, man, are starting with the so-called Negroes all the way down to the so-called Mexicans. These are the people that the Lord has chosen. These are the people that the Lord is dealing with.
Very much.
The Lord ain't dealing with no other people. He's not dealing with the heathens. He's not dealing with the so-called white man. He's not dealing with any of that. All right. We also know that this devil has polluted the earth through his philosophy, which brothers was going into before. All right. Esau has polluted his the earth with his laws. All right, his grievousness that he puts on paper. All right. You got that song?
Oh, it's like Psalm 147, right?
Yeah. That is divine.
Yeah, that
These
pulled up.
heathens are going into slavery. And brother mentioned Psalms 83. Well, the first nation that's mentioned in Psalms 83 is Edom or Esau. All right, because he is the #1 culprit, all right, of the Israelites, man. Because he is the son of perdition. He is the wicked that's on the earth. All right, look at the track record. Look at the things that are done on the earth. Who has been in the most wars on the earth?
Right.
America.
Who has killed the most people?
America.
Who pushes the biggest, you know what agenda?
America.
Got that right. Go ahead, bro.
Want to start from the top?
Yeah, you can start at the top.
Okay, come.
It's only a couple. Wait, how many?
Ain't that many.
You know what's going on.
This is Psalms 147 and verse 1. Praise ye the Lord Yahweh, B'Hashem Yahweh Shah. For it is good to sing praises unto our power, for it is pleasant and praise is common. The Lord Yahweh doeth build up Jerusalem. He gathered together the outcasts of Israel. He healeth the broken in heart and bindeth up their wounds.
Our people are broken, man. Our people are broken because you gotta think, man, before this truth came back on the earth, we didn't have no hope, man. We're too far gone on Esau's way, man.
Yeah.
But when the Lord put the spirit back on the apostles and their elders to give us the truth through the spirit of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shah, then we started getting hope again.
Right.
Then we started having real faith.
Right.
All right. Then we started seeing things. We started being revealed to us. For instance, the mark of the beast.
Right.
All right. World War III. We know what to look for. These are the signs of the times. These are the signs that we're looking for in these times. Because that's Esau's agenda right now. At the end of the day, he wants to put a chip in everybody. Go ahead, bro.
I got a precept.
Go
This
ahead.
is Hosea 6:1.
Yep.
Come.
And this is something that you're not going to get from the Christian church,
Right.
Or from any other type of religion.
Right.
They're not going to tell you about the end times. They're not going to tell you what the mark of the beast is. All right, but we are. Go ahead, bro.
Hosea 6:1. Come and let us return unto the Lord, for he have torn, and he will heal us. He have smitten, and he will bind us up. So, hey, the Lord is the one that can heal us, man, because we disobeyed the Lord. When you go to Ezekiel, the 16th chapter, he decked us out, man, but we disobeyed, and now we're in this predicament. So he's the only solution. You know, the problem with our people, they want to go into voting or generational wealth. That's not gonna get you through the times that we coming into, man. You got to go to the source, which is the Lord Yahweh through his son Yahweh Shah.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, this place is going to be burnt up, man. You remember when the C-19 first came around and that general got deleted?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Everybody was on the
Soleimani.
internet talking about World War III, man. So that's how much closer we are. All right, 4.5 years later, after Russia's been kicking Ukraine's ass, what, 2 years now?
Yeah.
Are they fighting
Something
for
like that.
us?
Read that again, then, because at the end of the day, read it, bro.
Hosea 6:1. Come and let us return to the Lord, for he have torn, and he will heal us. He have smitten, and he will bind us up. Yeah, basically, he's just gonna patch us back up, man.
Yeah, because you mentioned Ezekiel 16.
Yep.
He said the Lord said he put the chain on our neck.
Yep.
He said the Lord decked us out, man.
Yeah.
He cleaned us up.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He said he washed the blood away.
Yeah.
All right, he made us a holy people, man. But we fucked it up.
Yeah.
Right.
Why? Because we followed the multitude to do evil. Because we wanted to worship other gods. Because we wanted to celebrate Easter. Because we wanted to go pop another man's woman. Because we wanted to go serve idols. That's why the Lord put us in this captivity. That's why Deuteronomy 28 verses 15 to 68 is about our people, man. That's how you know it's talking about us. These people on this sign, man. Name another people that got shipped over here in cargo slave ships.
Right.
I'll wait.
Right. I got another.
Go ahead.
Isaiah 5 and verse 13. Therefore my people are gone into captivity because they have no knowledge, and their honorable men are famished, and their multitude dried up with thirst.
Yeah, Israel just
Fred Flintstone?
all statutes and commandments, and they just tossed it behind their back, man. All right, that's why we in the captivity, man. Because we pushed the Lord to anger. We decided that we wanted to go serve these other gods. Wait, it only took a few days once we got out of Egypt,
Yeah.
it took a few fucking days after the Lord split the Red Sea, and niggas is wanting fucking a golden calf, an idol.
Right.
Now you see why the Lord be putting us through this shit that we go through. But we serve such a merciful power. Every time we go through a captivity, we cry to the Lord and he sends somebody to deliver us. But this is the last time that we have to go through this captivity.
Thank you.
All right, go ahead, bro. You had something?
That was it on that.
God, going back to Psalms 147, and now we at verse 3. He healeth the broken in heart, and bindeth up their wounds. He telleth the number of the stars, he calleth them all by their names. Great is our Lord Yahweh, and of great power.
Yeah, great is the Lord Yahweh, man, because, hey, the Lord woke us up to this truth, man.
Right.
We can still be in the world, man. Getting ready to go vote in a couple of weeks. Voting for Kamala Harris, like Kosh say. Kamala.
Black woman in a white man's house.
You know what I'm saying?
God. Verse 5. Great is our Lord Yahweh, and of great power. His understanding is infinite. The Lord Yahweh lifteth up the meek. He casteth the wicked down to the ground.
Yeah, the Lord ain't dealing with a proud spirit. The Lord only deal with those that are humble.
Right.
Those that'll be quiet.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, being quiet is wisdom. Shutting the fuck up is wisdom. All right? Matter of fact, can somebody find that? Find that precept where it speaks about
In the multitude of words.
Keep your mouth when you go.
no, not that one. Not keep your foot. in the
Quick
house
to
of the
hear,
Lord.
less to
What's the
speak.
one? Okay, bring it out. This might be it. I think I'm.
This is Job 13:5. Oh, that you will altogether hold your peace, and it shall be your wisdom.
That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. But that's not exactly the one I was. I think it's in either Psalms or Proverbs. But that pretty much says.
In the multitude of words, there is folly.
Yeah.
It says basically a fool is counted wise.
Job
Oh,
13:5 in the NLT. Only
He was counted wise with his lips
silent.
closed or something
That's
like
the wisest thing you can do.
Read that clear, bro.
If only you can be silent, that's the wisest thing you can do.
Hey man, a wise man once said nothing. I'm gonna quote a song, you know. But yeah, that's
Good to know.
the point. Go ahead, man. We go back to that.
God. Continuing on. Psalms 147 and verse 7.
Because we're building up to a point. Read that part where it says he cast the wicked down.
God. Verse 6. The Lord Yahweh lifteth up the meek. He casteth the wicked down to the ground.
Yeah, in which we know who's the wicked. All right, we already done stated some facts. You can go home and look it up yourself. But who caused the most death on the earth, man?
Right.
Who is the red horse?
Devil's in the sand.
All right, who has put all of these people into captivity? Look what he's done to the so-called Native Americans.
Yeah.
Like, them people are on reservations, man. Alcoholics. They're some of the most beat down people on the earth right now, man.
Yeah.
He slaughtered millions. Right? Look what he's done to the so-called Negroes. How many millions have been killed during slavery? How many died on the boat ride over?
Right.
All right. What about that Jake that got hung a few weeks ago? Jake don't know how to tie his shoes. He damn sure don't know how to tie a noose.
Right.
So how the fuck he hang himself? It's the enemy out here, the wicked, man. The one that tricked our people to go vote November 5th or whatever fucking day that is. The one that tricked y'all people to think that the Lord is a so-called white man.
Right.
All right, the one that tricked y'all, what's it called? When he whitewashed the relics.
Oh, iconoclasm.
Iconoclasm, that's
Yep.
it.
Common plasma.
All right, that's the white man's method, man.
Right.
He don't want y'all to know that the Dark Ages was about us. That we was in power. That's why he put the white face on these people.
Race star
That's why
history.
he did that.
Race star history.
Hit it. All right. We ought to keep going. Go
Oh,
ahead.
God. Continuing on. Now we at verse 7. Psalms 147 and 7. Sing unto the Lord Yahweh with thanksgiving. Sing praise upon the harp unto our power. Who covereth the heaven with clouds. Who prepareth rain for the earth.
Just goes to show that the Lord has ultimate control of everything, man. All right. We don't have no control. Shit, we didn't know we was gonna come out here.
Right.
The Lord got control of everything, man. Hey, we don't know if we gonna get home safe, but the Lord does. Okay? That's why brothers, you know, we always tell each other, man, pray for each other. Pray.
We always.
Pray always, man. Pray without ceasing, like the scripture says, man.
Yeah.
Why pray for brothers when we get out of here, when we close the door, get to the house, man. There's evils out here.
So those prayers pierce the clouds.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep.
The Lord hears our voices.
Right.
Pierce the clouds with the prayers of the saints, as those prayers go up with the incense.
Thank you, Lord.
Yeah.
Continuing on, verse 8, who covereth the heaven with clouds, who prepareth the rain for the earth, who maketh grass to grow upon the mountains.
Yep.
He giveth to the beasts his food, and to the young ravens which cry.
Yeah, Esau tried to hide this truth from us, but it was the Lord that ultimately allowed us to be revealed to us.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord put the spirit on the elders, Elder Abba Bibbins, High Priest Jaquab, Apostle Tahar, and the other apostles on down. Put the spirit on our elders to teach us and lead us. This is not of man, because if this was of man, it would fall.
Right.
Christianity is falling.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lord.
Islam is falling.
Right.
What is it? Buddha is falling.
Yeah.
Judaism.
That is falling, man. Everybody knows that these little hats ain't the people.
Right. Yeah.
But you know what? Jake too afraid to say something because they don't want to lose their money.
Right.
Yep.
That's what it is. Jake too afraid to say something because they don't want to lose their money. But guess what?
You're right.
We gonna come out here and stand up bold and say what needs to be said, because that's the whole duty of man. All right, that's the whole duty. That's why we come out here. Even though nobody really listening, you know, of course we got our brothers over here. But most of these people that are on this sign, they walk past all of us and they shake their heads, man.
I don't know why.
Most people are ashamed of the Lord, man. That's why the Lord ain't gonna he ain't gonna confess before the Yahweh Bashim Shah for these people, because they turn their back on the Lord, man.
Really nice.
Continuing on, Psalms 147 and verse 10. He delighteth not in the strength of the horse.
We don't trust in the strength of these carnal things, man. We trusting in the strength of prayer. We trusting in the strength of spiritual things, man. Because at the end of the day, we battling these spiritual things in the high places.
Right.
So what do we do to combat them? We pray.
Spiritual warfare.
Spiritual warfare, man. We can't battle these demons, man. These physical demons is Edomites.
Right.
We can't go against a man whose gift is the sword.
We're
Right.
above
And
them.
who has the fatness of the earth.
Right.
We're above them.
Go ahead, bro. It's demons all over the place.
They
Right.
bow down to us.
Go
Verse,
ahead,
continuing on to verse 10. Psalms 147 and verse 10. He taketh not pleasure in the legs of men. The Lord Yahweh taketh pleasure in them that fear him,
Yep.
and those that hope in his mercy.
It's talking about his elect at the end of the day. You know, of course, we know we're talking about Israel in general, but in these times, that's really dealing with the elect, man. Read that again.
Psalms 147 and verse 11. The Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah taketh pleasure in them that fear him.
Yeah, because it's only a few men that's out here really serving the Lord, man.
Right.
Most of our people is shit. This hurricane just came through. Jake, you know, took it light. They back out at the clubs and
They back
shit,
out
shaking
doing
their
what
ass
they
in the
doing,
streets,
Mocking on social media.
talking shit on the internet. For us, we was praying. We was in the house like, Lord, you know, protect us, keep
Yep.
us safe. But fuck these niggas up.
Thank you.
That's what we was hoping for.
Please.
We was hoping that Atlanta got dropped.
Right. Right.
Your time has come. Go ahead, bro.
Continuing on, verse 11. Verse 11. The Lord Yahweh taketh pleasure in them that fear him, and those that hope in his mercy.
Yep.
Praise the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah, O Jerusalem.
Mm-hmm.
Praise thy power, O Zion.
Yep.
Yeah.
For he strengtheneth the bars of thy gates.
Mm-hmm.
He hath blessed thy children within thee. He maketh peace in thy borders, and filleth thee with the finest of the wheat. He sendeth forth his commandment upon earth. His word runneth very swiftly.
Yeah. Like, his word runneth very swiftly, man.
It does, yep.
This thing's, you know, this is in men's years. What, 60 years on the earth? True.
Yeah, going back to what?
Almost 60 years,
Yeah.
like 55 years, 54 years, some shit like that.
They talking about 69.
Yeah,
1969.
1969 now, just
Yeah,
like
59.
54 years,
55.
something like that. Maybe a year before, you know what I'm saying? But that, in men's years, that seemed like a lifetime.
Yeah.
But to the Lord, that's seconds.
Seconds. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So read that swiftly part again, bro.
God.
Matter of fact, get that in
Yeah, 55 years.
what is that? One day to the Lord is as 1,000 years.
Yup.
Get that real quick. Let's prove that point. Read it again, bro.
Okay, come. The Psalms 147 and verse 15. He sendeth forth his commandment upon earth. His word runneth very swiftly.
Yeah, even with the internet, like we live now. Hey, a couple years ago, we really didn't even know how to go live.
Right.
Next thing you know, Apostle came down and showed us how to go live, and then the word is at the instant, man. Right? It's at your fingertips, just like that.
Yep.
There's people that's probably on the other side of the world. They're probably gonna watch somebody's live right now.
Yeah.
Or like when them brothers go live in London, and we sit here like 12 hours, however long the distance is.
Yeah.
That's a swift. That's swift, man. You got that?
Yeah, this is 2 Peter 3 and verses 8.
Yep.
But beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with the Lord as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as one day.
Yeah. So like I said, man, we moving on the Lord's time, man. It seemed like a whole shit. This probably a brother in the camp that's that age, damn near. You know what I'm saying? But that's nothing to the Lord, man.
Yeah.
You want to say something?
We're looking to man, ever since Adam came on the scene, you know, transgressed, he only lived 930 years. Methuselah was 969. Nobody has ever got to 1,000 years. That's what we fight for. Well, of course we're gonna be living forever, but man hasn't lived up to 1,000 years, man.
Right.
You know, and I think 42 years is like 1 hour, and Apostle Hart been in the truth for like 40 years. So it goes to show you how magnificent the Lord is with time, man.
Yeah. Exactly. Shit. The new. What's the life span these days?
76.
50, 60.
That's if you don't die of stress from your woman, then you got to worry about these people in the streets. It's like, that's why we got to get the fuck out of here, man.
Right.
Yeah.
And the Lord said it would be, you'd have, what, 70 plus 10 for life, and then with strength, the extra 10 years. But it's not even that. It's not even 70 now, I don't believe.
Yeah, find it, because I think it's in Psalm 2.
Oh, that one?
Yeah, then you had certain kings in Israel, man. They didn't last that long. You know, Manasseh, who was over the wicked king Manasseh, he was what, like he reigned when he was 12.
Yeah.
And he reigned for like 55 years. So a lot of kings in Israel didn't last that long, man.
Right.
Let me go back to
Yeah.
okay, God. Going back to Psalms 147, and we almost done.
Yeah. The point is at the bottom, but I just want to
God. Verse 16. He giveth snow like wool. He scattereth the hoarfrost, the water. Hoarfrost like ashes.
Go into there. What is that?
Oh, hoarfrost?
Yeah.
Let me see.
Grab it in the blue letter. It's like
Bear with us one sec. 147. Hoarfrost.
I got that Days of the Life just
Yeah, bring that up. Just to show
for edification.
For edification purposes, that we're really supposed to be living as gods by living 1,000 years.
Right.
But because of our transgressions, life has dwindled down to damn near 70, 50, 60 years at this point.
Psalms 90, and I'm going to start at 9 because it goes in exactly how you said it. It says, "For all our days are passed away in thy wrath," because the Lord's taken this away from us for our transgressions. He said, it says, "We spend our years as a tale that is told. The days of our years are 80 years and 10. So a score is 20. So that's 60 plus 10, 70 years. And if by reason of strength they be 80 years, yet is their strength labor and sorrow, for it is soon cut off and we fly away.
Like we were saying, man. We're supposed to, be as gods, like it tells us in the book of Psalms. But because of our transgressions, man, Jake get knocked off quick.
Right.
You got something?
Yeah, James chapter 4 and verses James 4 and 13. And verses 13. Go to now, ye that say today or tomorrow we will go into such a city and continue there a year and buy and sell and get gain. Verse 14. Whereas ye know not what shall be on the morrow, for what is your life? It is even a vapor that appeareth for a little time and then vanisheth away. Verse 15. For that ye ought to say, if the Lord will, we shall live and do this or do that. So it's the Lord's will. That's why we say, Lord willing, we can get up tomorrow. Lord willing, we could do this lesson tomorrow or whatnot. Because hey, life is like a vapor. You had this guy when Georgia won them back-to-back championships. The guy died after the second one. Like they celebrated the night of, and he died in a car crash the next day. So it goes to show you, here today, gone tomorrow, man. That's why we say, Lord willing, we continue in the faith. Lord willing, we can keep pushing, man, because it's all the Lord's will.
Yeah. The Lord can buzz us out, man.
Yeah.
Just like that. We've seen it.
Yeah.
We've seen it.
Yeah.
Literally. Go ahead, bro. We finish this off real quick.
Kind of going back to Psalms 147. And now we at verse 17. He casteth forth his ice like morsels, if I pronounce that right, who can stand before his cold. He sendeth out his word, and melteth them. He causeth his wind to blow, and the waters to flow. He showeth his word unto Jacob.
All that build up to the power of the Lord, man. Esau tried to hide this thing, but it wasn't time for it to be revealed. That's why he thought he got away with it. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's all the timelines of Yahweh Shah, man. Like the elder Rabbis say, man, it happened for a reason.
Right.
There's a reason why things happen. There's a reason why the Lord set it up the way he did. Esau had to get his technology right in order for this thing to really jump off. Because now we understand and we see that what the mark of the beast is.
Yep.
Which we'll probably go into that right after this. We'll finish this after. Let's get his man his charge. Tell him what his future is.
Going back to Psalms 147 and 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
Yeah, the Lord gave his words unto Yahweh.
Right.
Right, which means to supplant.
Right.
And that's the Hebrew name for Jacob is Yahweh. Right? He said to Israel, Yasharallah, which is the prince of the power. Those are the names of Jacob and Israel. Right? And the Lord said he gave his word only unto these people, man. These are the nation of Israel. Right? The southern kingdom and the northern kingdom. Right? So-called Negroes, all the way down on this sign to the so-called Mexicans.
Right.
These are the Lord's chosen people. These are the people that the Lord is.
Like right. All right, Psalms 147 and 20. He have not dealt so with any nation. And as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord, Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua.
The Lord had not dealt with these other nations, man. That's why when it's written that everybody likes to bring in John 3:16, but read. Yeah, well, go ahead. We know what John 3:16 says, but read 17.
Yeah.
Just to prove that point. The Lord ain't dealing with everybody, man. And everybody can't be saved.
Right. All right, this is John chapter 3 and verse 16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life.
And that word world is what?
Cosmos.
Which deals with ornament of people.
Yep.
The Lord is only dealing with the government of Israel.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So that there alone, that's why you mentioned earlier about how these Christians don't read.
Right.
Well, they don't go into the blue letter.
Yep.
Yeah, if I can say too, you got 3 different types of definitions of world in the New Testament. You got oikomene, which means the whole world. You got eon, which means an age. And then you got cosmos, which goes into apt or harmonious agreement or government, like the captain said. So ever since the apostles started going to the blue letter, then now you got Christians trying to go in to the blue letter. Now they're, oh yeah, we believe in the Apocrypha. Well, gee, I wonder why. You know, because the apostles and elders have been beating you Christians upside the head with these scriptures and breaking it down the right way.
So that now they trying to use it against, but they can't. They don't know how to wield the sword, man.
Yeah.
Okay, read 17.
John 3:17, for God sent not his son into the world to condemn the world, but that the world through him might be saved. Verse 18, he that believeth on him is not condemned, but he that believeth not is condemned already, because he have not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of God.
That was it John 19?
You want 17?
17.
Yeah, John 17 and 9.
17. Yeah, 17.
Yeah.
That's the one I want to select.
This is John 17 and verses 9. I pray for them, I pray not for the world, but for them which thou hast given me, for they are thine.
Yep.
So that the Most High is not an author of confusion. He would not say, for God so loved the world that he brought his only begotten son to save the world, and then he says to pray not for the world. That don't make any sense.
Right.
All right. That's talking about Israel can only be saved. There's many scriptures in the New Testament talk about Israel being saved, and for him to say, I pray for them, I pray not for the world. The Lord is not praying, okay, for everybody in the world. This prayer is for the elect of the nation of Israel. All right, and Lord willing, that's us. It's not the whole world, you know.
Yep. It goes to show that these people don't read, man. All right, so these other nations is going into slavery. The Lord ain't dealing with them. All right.
Right.
America will be destroyed.
Right.
I can tell you in the book of Jeremiah 49. All right, to tell you what's it, Jeremiah 50, 51,
Isaiah 13.
Isaiah 13, Isaiah 34, Revelation 17, Revelation 18. All right, so we know that World War III is coming, and Vladimir Putin and them and his compadres is gonna drop missiles on this place, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, America will be destroyed, man.
Not the motherland.
All right, so with that, we're gonna go ahead and jump to Revelation 13 real quick. So we only got a few minutes.
Con. This is Revelation chapter 13. Get straight to the point. Con, and verse 16. And he calls of all, both small and great.
Go into those words too, those small and great words. Go
Okay,
into,
Con.
if you can't, go into the blue there for those.
Con, let me go on the blue letter.
So that way we can get a better understanding of really who the Lord is talking to.
All right, going back to Revelation 13 on the blue letter, going all the way down to verse 16.
Because we know that the Lord said that the whole earth is going to be tried. Everybody's going to have to come down to the decision. Not just these people on this sign, but literally everybody in the world is going to have to make a choice.
Yes, they will.
You're either going to take this and pledge your allegiance to the so-called white man, or you're going to hold out, whether you die or not, for an everlasting kingdom. And that, at the end of the day, it really only matters to these people on this sign.
Yeah.
Right.
Outside of that, you a heathen and you take their shit, who gives a fuck, right?
Right.
Revelation 13 and 16. And he calls of all. Now I hit this word calls right here. And it basically Poyo.
16. Poyeo.
Poeo. Alright, and this simply just says to make.
Yeah.
So this devil.
He's gonna make it mandatory.
Yep. Yeah, you got it,
Yeah, he's gonna make it mandatory. He's gonna say, hey, you can't eat. You can't eat. Yeah, can't pay your rent unless you take this chip. Woo.
Yeah.
He's gonna make it mandatory. He's gonna make it legislation. Right? Something's gonna happen soon that's gonna cause that to be a force. He's gonna force you to take something like this. He's gonna force you to take this right here, this chip.
What? You can go to hell.
And you see what's going on with Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that technology, man.
Yeah.
That devil's been testing this. He's been into that. Matter of fact, you said it before.
Yeah.
But who bows down to the righteousness? Always remember.
I got something right quick. As far as this Neuralink is concerned, I'm gonna just read the first paragraph. This is from the brief.org, and it says Neuralink, Elon Musk brain-computer interface BCI company, has received the FDA's breakthrough device designation for its innovative blind sight implant. The blind sight implant is designed to give hope to individuals with severe visual impairments, offering the possibility of restoring sight by connecting the brain directly to digital interfaces.
Yep.
And hey, hey, what scripture come to mind? You think about that? You say what? Yeah, I was thinking about Revelation 13, where it says, Revelation 13 and 13. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. So he's going to try to give sight to the blind. Because our people into the medical system, technology, get sight to the blind. If you got high blood pressure, just take this to monitor your blood pressure. Yeah. So on and so forth, man. He's doing these miracles on the left-hand side to, like you said in 2 Thessalonians, people think that he's a god.
Yep. Well, that's why, scripture say that he will put himself forth as a god. He would think that he is the Most High. So get with that, to back you up, hold there, go to Matthew 24 and 24.
Right.
Oh, that's
basically, no, in Luke, I had it.
Same
thing, yeah.
All right, Matthew 24 and verses 24.
Esau has to work his magic, so to speak.
Matthew 24 and 24. I'm going to read it verbatim. For there shall arise false Christ, or false anointing, and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that, if it were possible, they should deceive the very elect.
Yeah, so like you got guys that were like jammed up like Stephen Hawking's.
Yeah.
If he was alive, they probably would have had this nigga walking around by now.
Yeah.
Instead, they had homeboy take the thing, and he was what game he was playing? Mario Kart or some shit.
Oh yeah.
Mario Kart and chess.
Yeah. We're playing video games and shit.
Is a game called CS:GO? Like Counter-Strike Go?
Yeah.
It's like a shooting game. So I have like angles, but you keep shooting the fucking gun. It's great.
See?
Yeah.
They go over here drifting while playing Mario Kart, all in his head. Collecting coins and shit.
Yeah.
That's that left-handed miracle.
Yeah.
Left-handed miracles, man. Those are those signs and wonders, man. And it's just the beginning for Esau, man. Right? Which that leads to what we're going into now, man.
And they started messing up in his head, which is what those people have to look forward to. Because I know all those nodes that connected, like more than half of them came loose, and you can't even play it no more.
It was like 40-something or 30-something that were actually stayed on, and the rest of them malfunctioned.
And it speaks of that sore, so they got that to look forward to.
Hey man, it all comes with a price.
Okay.
But the Lord, at the end of the day, ultimately, if you fuck around and you want to take this man's technology in that hour of temptation, you're gonna be destroyed, man.
That's right.
All right, so that's the message.
Yeah.
But we're gonna continue on.
No more green eggs in hell.
Revelation 13 and 16. That's all. And he calls them all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond.
Small and great. Go to that real quick.
God.
Blue letter. Small and great.
Oh, small. So this is the word for small.
Strong's G 3398. Mikras.
Micro.
Yeah, that's literally what it sounds like. Which is small, little.
Yeah.
It says in the definition. Yeah. It says basically small and little. Now here's the word. Let's see. Great.
Small people.
Yeah, small.
Women, children. Small. small people as in
Stature.
stature. Not even that, but what's the other word? Social status.
Yeah.
You got people that are known famous people.
Yeah.
And you got people that are just niggas on the corner.
Giants in those days.
I can't hear you.
And like in Genesis, when it says there were giants in those days. You know what I'm saying? Now that's in statue.
They're known, infamous.
Yeah.
Infamous. Like they know, like I was watching Fear the Walking Dead, right? I don't know if y'all saw that spinoff from The Walking Dead, but so you say you seen that one?
Yeah.
You remember in the show, everybody pretty much in the southeast or southern part of America, they knew who Morgan was.
Oh, yeah,
He was known.
Yeah.
Same thing with the girl Alicia. They knew her. Everybody everybody talked about her. They all wanted to find her. Yeah. Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm saying is with the small things, like it's not necessarily just a physical thing. It could be like you're known around the world. Like you might be known in the city. You know what I'm saying? You might be famous or something. So
Yeah.
it's different aspects of being of what we're going into. We'll go to the next one.
Now this is the word great. Also on the blue letter, megas.
Strong's G 3173. Megas. Megas.
Yeah.
So this is the word megas. What?
Micro and mega.
Mega. Yeah. Great. It says of external form or sensible appearance of things or of persons. Yeah. People who's very, very known. They appear to be very famous. Might came from a royal family. Who the fuck knows? But that's what it's going into, you know. So going back to Revelation 13 and 16, and he calls of all right, to make all, both small and great, all right, the unknown and the known, all right, rich and poor. That's basically self-explanatory, you know, whether you got the bag or not, all right, free and bond,
Same thing.
yep, whether you out here wandering about or you literally in a penitentiary somewhere, it don't matter.
Yeah. People that's just wandering around the fucking streets of Atlanta. That's what that's talking about.
Yeah.
These people that just be wandering around the fucking streets is gonna take this, man.
No
Yeah.
papers.
Continuing on, to receive a mark in their right hand. Now let's get this word mark.
Going to the root.
Yep,
The root words as well.
yep. It means charagma. Let me get it right quick, so the camera can hear too.
Strong's G 5480. Charagma. Charagma.
It's the word charagma, and it says a stamp, an imprinted mark of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as a badge of followers of the Antichrist, which means they're basically saying for those who get this this device wherever they get it at, that's significant as if you're bound down to Esau Edom saying I'm completely yours.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting branded, all right? Matter of fact, you wanted the root word, right?
Right.
Let's get the root word, which is karax, okay?
Strong's G 5482. Charax. Charax.
Now, this is the root word karax. It says a pale or stake, a pelicide. So basically, it's like a procedure. Like they'll rise it up, and then they'll put it within you, like a syringe
Or
or
in this case, a syringe.
yeah.
Because a needle has that pointy tip, just like a stake or a pail.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's that that they
Yeah.
gonna put in you, man.
Right.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Got your ass.
Just like fangs on a
Yeah.
venomous snake too. It's just like that.
So basically, what it's gonna do is it's gonna puncture the skin.
Yeah.
Right, but it's going to the next root word.
Yep.
All right, so once it punctures the skin, that's basically where we're at now. You know, charagma is basically telling us what it is. The second one is basically telling us what it's going to do, and the third one is basically going to say, "Go ahead,
Con. And then just to finish it out in Strong's definition for karax, to sharpen to a point. So it's a point.
sharp."
Mm.
It kind of reminds me of, you know how your woman going through labor, and she has a decision if she wanted to take that shot in her back.
Epidural.
Yeah, epidural, and it's like a thing they put in the tube which is the needle, and it goes all the way up the back just so they can numb the spinal cord, so that so it'll help the baby come out easier. You know what I'm saying? Man.
It's scary.
Yes, it's weird.
She can't move during that.
Yeah.
Which goes to show Esau's technology is fucking off, man.
Yeah, it's corrupted.
Right.
Now, this is the other root word, grapho, okay?
Right.
Strong's G 1125. Grapho. Grapho.
So the word grapho, it says to write with reference to the form of the letters, okay? Information, yep.
Esau's information. So at some point, the people on this sign, which this is the main target. We all know that this man is targeting our people, man. But because he can't sit there and say who he knows is to be the elect, he's got to go to the whole entire world has to be faced with this decision. Which you know what that said in Revelation, to tempt the whole world.
3 and 10.
Get there real quick. And then also somebody grab on the online etymology the word convenience. Convenience. Because Esau is going, like I said, he's going to show y'all he can make you walk if you're paralyzed. He's already shown us he can make somebody speak.
Yes, he can.
Right?
I think that's 2 and 10.
So he's got to sell it. And I believe personally he's going to sell it through convenience.
Oh, that reminds me, this brother know, Anah. Remember we was in Austell, Georgia, and during the time of the C19 and C19, what did we see? An advertisement on this billboard, and it was this nigga saying, "Hey, I got my shot. Get yours too, and you can receive some money." That's convenience.
Yeah, that was off of Veterans Memorial. Yeah, I remember that song.
Yeah, over there by Thornton.
Something that's not real.
Yeah, but that's how he's gonna do it. He's gonna say, "Hey, you're gonna be able to walk again. You can be able to see again. You can do construction again, probably climb ladders or whatever else ideas he has out there." You know?
I think that's a good point with that would be how they have the free sterilization at the DMC just recently. I think the second is
Yeah, they were doing abortions.
they were just giving off free if you attended the DMC.
They had a Lil Jon and what's her name?
Make the stuff.
Our people are low, man. Our people are low as fuck, man. Lil Jon?
Yeah.
Because of Willie Lynch.
Yeah.
DMC.
Willie Lynch is the reason.
All right, this is Revelation 3 and verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I'm saying that's going into the hour of temptation, the whole world being tried, man. Everybody has to make a choice, and they're pushing it. Going back to that word grapho, they're pushing it through, fear, hackers, everybody. Even during this storm, the governor of Georgia was like, don't believe the scammers and the hypers trying to scam people for money. There's been more and more hackers. You got what is that? When they basically turn the lights off, they're doing
Cyber hacking?
Cyber hacking, and that's gonna lead to fear. And like, well, just take this, it'll be fine. All your information's on here. Nobody can take it. It's in your hand. That's how they got bank accounts. The Captain Abba said, it's gonna be convenience. People got too many passwords.
Yeah.
Password for this, password for that.
Yeah. That shit be hell when brothers gotta get a new phone. Fuck, man. I gotta do all these fucking passwords,
right?
Apps and shit. That shit be a pain in the ass.
Then we give our money to slave master descendants.
Well, it says with grapho, just to add on to y'all, it says to give information, directions. So the brother is spot on. They're gonna do some type of conveyance saying, hey, these people can't get your information, so your information is within you. But that's so deceptive. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Read that again in Revelation, bro.
Revelation chapter 3 and verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee.
That's talking about the elect. The elect of the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai, which is 144,000, which is 12,000 men from each tribe. All right, 12,000 men from each tribe is the Lord's elect of the elect. All right, the Lord is only dealing at this point in time right now. The Lord is only dealing with His elect.
Right.
He's not dealing with anybody else. He's not dealing with the other nations, which we've already read. All right, he's not dealing with the Christian church. He's not dealing with any other religions. The Lord is only dealing with this.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Revelation chapter 3 and verse 10 continuing. It says, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation.
The Lord will keep us from the hour of temptation, man. You know, it's easy for us to say we're not going to take it.
Yeah.
But it's ultimately up to the Lord.
It's up to the Lord, yeah.
You know, we could be a humble servant all the way to the very end, and then we say something, do something stupid.
Yeah.
Or be like, give him the chip.
Right.
Just like Moses.
Fucked up, man. Yeah, Moses is a good example. Did everything right until that last part.
Dang.
He got denied into the promised land.
Wow.
You know, so that's how serious this is, bro.
Okay.
Go ahead, Doc.
It says, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
Yeah, so that choice is going to be made to everybody. Everybody's going to have to make that choice. Now, you know, I know me personally, when I deal with family and they ask about this and that, all I say is, look, if anything you get from me, don't take the chip. That's the only thing I can take, because they not going to, our people ain't going to get this truth like that, man. They gonna frown upon it. You better off not even knowing. You've been asleep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You better off not even knowing, man. And that's just me personally. You know, I'll be like, look, you believe in whatever you want to believe in,
Jesus.
but this is what it's going to be. America's going to be destroyed, and don't take the chip.
Right.
If the Lord wanted to save you outside of that, then that's, you know, hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But we're not here to try to teach everybody, because everybody's not to get it. That's why we dismiss people.
All right.
That's why we send people on their way, man.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Because it's not for everybody.
And then the scriptures say there's no cloak for your sins. You clicked on a Bad Bunny video that got 98 million views, but then there's a video of a brother like this, or this brother right here telling you not to take the chip. So that's on you, man. You know, Lord willing, we passed the hour of temptation, was the ultimate test, but you people been given a warning. All right, you've been given a warning. You want to click on that video that got 101 million views, but then you don't want to click on a video that's pertaining to your life and end time prophecy.
Exactly.
Terrible.
You know, 'cause at the end of the day, our people on this sign, they just here for entertainment purposes. It's just something to do on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Jake, instead of going to go get some box, they rather just fuck around with us. But whatever, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro. You got a precept?
Yeah, this is Matthew 11 and 17 saying, we have piped unto you and you have not danced. We have mourned unto you and you have not.
Yeah, this is that song. Yeah, you was gonna say something? Go ahead.
Oh, no,
yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah, this is that song, bro. This is that song that our people, they don't want to listen to.
Right.
It doesn't, you know, they can't dance to the tune of Yahweh Shem Shai, so they disregard it, man.
That's right.
I ain't about to listen to that. Man, I gotta feed my kids. I'm gonna take that
Yes, you will.
seed here.
You will feed your kids.
You know? But who grabbed that word convenience? Grab
I
that
do.
word, yeah, grab that word convenience, man.
This is the word convenience on the online app to my app, and it reads agreement, conformity.
Conformity.
They're gonna conform to Esau's system, man. All right, as we watch the world change and we get more, we see more of this technology come out. We see more examples of Elon Musk and his Neuralink patients. As more people sign up for it and more test runs get done, the more people are gonna be like, damn, I want some Ray-Bans too, you know, because that's what's floating around.
Right.
Niggas
Yeah.
wearing the glasses and shit.
Yeah.
You see that bitch on the fucking Instagram talking about some I can take a picture quicker than you.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all seen that shit?
Yeah.
It's like, it's a mockery to our people, man. But that's how Esau's gonna spin this shit off, man. He's gonna be like, hey, look, you ain't gotta worry about your glasses no more. Sometimes I know when I be working this shit, and I be having a look for that, and I might be looking at the machine or something. I get too close and the machine tap the glasses. I be like, damn, this is my only pair. So it's like, damn, Esau can spin this shit any kind of way he want, man.
Yeah.
There's the Apple Vision Pro. I read an article where like, you can use the VCI with the Apple Vision Pro. Yeah.
Apple Vision Pro.
Well, shit. Remember, matter of fact, we I think it was last week. I showed the settings where it showed about the RFID technology in your phone.
That was this week.
That was this week. You know, brother,
is that?
the brother from Hawaii.
Mm-hmm.
He had did that lesson where basically the lady was saying if you go into your settings in your phone, you can see where it says you're supposed to keep your phone away from your body
Oh yeah.
because of the
Radiation and all
All those
that.
vibrations.
yeah, man. So this thing, you know, the information's out there, man. All right, but go ahead, continue with that word convenience.
It says resemblance, similarity, state or condition of being suitable. It's going to be a suitable thing for a lot of these people who don't have the spirit of power Yahweh Shema Shah, of course, on their side. They're going to see their kids getting hungry. They're going to see that their gas is running low. They're going to see the new hottest trend, you know, as far as clothing, and they're going to want these things. So in their head, it's going to be a suitable thing to receive this MOTB. That's why it says, hey, that's why we're going into this word convenience. It says adaptation to existing conditions. All right? It says unite, join, combine, agree with.
Yeah, so like we said, you're going to have to pledge your allegiance to Esau. He's going to do that through convenience, man. Take this thing right here. What was the last part you read?
It says to come together, meet together, assemble.
Unite or join.
Yeah, unite, join, combine, agree with.
Join his new world order. Be under his full control.
Yeah.
That's ultimately what he wants. You know, so he's going to have to try the whole world, man. He's going to say, shit, another virus hit. Imagine another virus was to hit. You're going to have people running to the line, man.
Yeah.
You see what they did the first go around.
They're going with the coins.
Yeah.
They had the
Shortage.
Oh yeah.
Coin shortage. No fucking shortage.
Holding our
Niggas,
animals
come on,
captive
man.
and charging us for it.
Jake didn't have change to begin with. How you short on something anyway?
Oh yeah, I
Come on.
remember that. Yeah.
The coin shortage. I was like, yo, this is some bullshit.
man, yeah.
But a lot of places didn't come back from that because now all they do, they don't do.
Well, they have like it to where like the Walmart and shit. They took it to like the mom and pops. Basically, you're going to fucking one company, you know.
Bro, like I said, a lot of companies didn't come back from that. They do cashless now.
Yeah.
Right over there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. All this over here is cashless.
All this, they don't accept cash no more. Digital, strictly digital. Remember I said a couple weeks, well maybe about 2 months ago now, Wells Fargo, they took the Wells Fargo ATMs out there.
Even like
He
vending
owned
machines.
slaves.
Even like vending machines and shit, you know. They
Yeah.
Cashless.
Cashless,
Like,
yeah.
like coins and stuff in there.
Yeah.
Right. So that's part of what we're supposed to be watching for. We're supposed to watch that and tell our people, look, these are the things that's happening on the earth, man. You people don't take that chip, man. Right? Lord said, feed my sheep. Well, this is part of the message. Right? America, these streets right here are gonna be overrun. So I was hoping it was this fucking week, man, but damn. Well, hey, we'll wait to the Lord, man. I was hoping this shit was fucked up. But
Yeah,
hey.
yeah. You talking about with the storm? Yeah, I was
hoping, man.
Yeah.
I was hoping. I had my fingers crossed.
I was
but hey.
hoping this shit was underwater, man.
Then what? We went under what, state of emergency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Antarctica.
Though it Terry, wait for
Wait
it.
for it, man. That's what we gotta do. We still gotta wait. All right, we gotta wait. Go ahead.
Now, Revelation 13 and verse 17. And that no man might buy or sell,
Yep.
save he that had the mark,
All right, we see here.
or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
Yeah, like you had that black woman that was in the military, and she was like, "See, honey, I can pay with the groceries in my hand."
You talking about Heather Denise?
Yeah, and then she told her husband, which he should have been like, "Bitch." He's just like, "Oh, we're gonna get our son. We're gonna get this for our son when he comes to the age of 5." I'll be like, "Bitch." But it goes to show he had the chip girl last year. Remember the girl that got the chip, and she was like she regretted after taking it. That's what they building up to. You know, IUIC wants to teach that it's sin because they'll go to that Job 14:9. The mark is sin. There it is. Ain't no microchips. It's June. All that stuff. So if you want to follow them guys, go ahead, man.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, that's just gonna lead to destruction. Right? Blind lead to blind.
Yeah.
Right. We both fall into a ditch. Matter of fact, can you correct me? Let me know what that's about.
Just think about that.
7, I believe.
Because it's like we read, man. There's a lot of false messiahs out here, man.
Yep.
Unfortunately. You know, so we got to combat that through the scriptures. We got to tell our people that this is what this means, right? So we went through the mark of the beast. All right, we went through the great, small, You know, the infamous,
15, right?
famous people, regular people,
From the front.
people that work at the warehouse with us, people that work at the Kroger up the street. You got the people that live in these high rises. There's probably some millionaire getting married over there in that fucking Biltmore, wherever the fuck that is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So these people are gonna be lined up. What you wanna do?
Slaying.
You either gonna take this or you die.
That's crazy.
Yeah, go be a bigger slave. You wanna be a bigger slave, you take this fucking mark.
Make him dumb as a rock. You do that too.
Yeah, Matthew 15 and 14. All right, this is St. Matthew chapter 15 and verse 14. And it reads, "Let them alone, they be blind leaders of the blind, and if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into the ditch."
They both gonna be destroyed, man.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we also tell the other Israelite camps that they need to quit with that bullshit, man.
Right.
Make a new language.
Teaching that bullshit, man. Quit leading the people astray. But that's how we know that the Lord, at the end of the day, the Lord is going to bring those out of there who are supposed to get out of there.
Yeah.
You know, all we do is plant the seed, man.
Right.
The Lord give the increase.
Right.
The scriptures say that. The Lord give the increase. Go ahead,
Because
bro.
you had some leaders that said during the time of the juice to go ahead and take the juice, man.
Right.
You know, and it was that guy that I believe that was an IUI said he felt like he lost his soul after he took the juice. So hey, that's what your local now the spirit is on these guys to uplift women. You know, that's the whole spirit, because they figure it's a money making device. So they're just gonna continue to fall into that ditch, man. And we've been piping onto you people, man, but you want to get caught up in debates and y'all brothers hating and all this other nonsense. We're just simply rebuking. That's what we're sent out here to do. We're sent out here to rebuke you false Israelite camps for teaching against this the sea hill.
Bro, here it is, we on the eve of destruction. And Jake be going back and forth over bullshit, man. It's like, how is that edifying? Airing out your dirty laundry to everybody. Like, that shit ain't edifying, man. We need to be talking about these missiles, man.
Right.
Right? We need to be talking about the mark of the beast, man.
Right.
You got something?
I got Proverbs 6, 32 and 33.
Go ahead, Al.
But whoso committeth adultery with a woman lacketh understanding. He that does it destroys his own soul.
Wow.
Verse 33, a wound and dishonor shall he get, and his reproach shall not be wiped away. Going back into the mark, because that is the ultimate form of adultery. It's
Yeah.
this man putting him, sticking you with his,
Penetrated.
that's right.
Preach it, brother.
Right.
Point out.
And then it says, a wound and dishonor shall he get, going into the sore that comes from that,
Incision.
that's right, yeah. I don't want to say it, but yeah.
Yeah.
So,
We use different words, the incision.
oh, okay, that's right.
He
That's right.
left the,
You're a
he left,
soldier for the
he left
Lord.
the seed hip.
Speak your mind, brother. You're a soldier for the Lord.
You had anything else?
No, I didn't have anything else.
We got to close up in a minute.
Oh well, we can finish it off in that Revelation 13.
Finish it off.
Yeah, there's one more verse. This Revelation, go back to Revelation 13, last verse. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast. For it is the number of a man, and his number is 600, 66. That's how I stick to, man.
Stick. Which I think Kosh probably went into that.
Well, yeah.
Go into it.
Yeah.
You got it on the.
If you just do a simple word search on stigma, right? It simply just says mark made on skin, right? By burning with a hot iron, which that's metaphor as well. That's true, but also it's metaphor as branding. You know, you get that mark, you get that incision. You've been branded by the fucking devil, and you're his. You know. And it says, mark of a pointed instrument. You know, when they make the cutting, then they open you up, they get the palisade, and they, if I pronounce that right, and then they stick it in you. They put that device in you. Then it says, to mark, tattoo, to stick. pointed, make mark of disgrace, and then it says
That's like shame right there.
to a person of account of evil conduct. And this is the etymology of it.
Okay.
That corresponds with the scriptures. The everlasting shame. It's gonna be a shameful thing for a lot of these people knowing that they fucked up.
Preach it, brother.
That's all.
I got one more.
We'll end off on that.
This is in the law, you know, for you guys who want to harp about the law. This is Leviticus 19 and 28.
And that's how you know they went off on that,
Yeah.
telling their congregation to go ahead and get that.
Right.
Go ahead.
Leviticus 19 and 28. You shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor print any marks upon you. I am the Lord. When you go to that word marks, it's a different mark from charagma, but hey, it goes into qua, right? So you're not. That's in the law that you're not supposed to print any marks upon you. You're not supposed to be getting pricked by anything as well, especially with that Palisade, and get that G5480 in you, man.
Right.
You know, so that's in the law. That's what the Lord said in Leviticus.
Yeah, so you Old Testament only Israelites. Get your kids juiced up. So Jake be cutting themselves with it.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, hopefully this is an edifying camp, man. You know, just beware of Satan out here. My brothers, pray. Constantly pray for yourselves, pray for your family, pray for the Lord's elect, pray for the apostles, pray for the elders. All right, just pray for those that sincerely serve Yahweh Bashim Shai, man. That's all we got. So with that, we're going to close off giving our praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
double honors to our apostles and our elders. Shalom.
Shalom. I love y'all. Keep waking people up in this system.